You're all dark and twisty inside. Dark and twisty.
It didn't cut us off. I'm so excited.
Oh, I said something, but I was still muted.
Oh, yeah, I had to make sure I unmuted myself.
Oopsie.
All right. How excited are you right now?
I'm pretty excited because I know what we're talking about this week.
Like, we're going to play a game, and this game is called Who is Caylee Anthony's Father? And I never thought that we would actually have to play this game, to be completely honest with you. I kind of thought it was just all done and over with, because who would want to be the baby daddy to, like, the most hated woman in the world?
Right.
So wouldn't.
No. I would be like, never met her in my life.
Yeah, I would never admit that. So, with that, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to go over a little bit of who Caylee Anthony was. But at the same time, if you don't know who she is, you've clearly been living under a rock, and you got to definitely use some Google.
Google's your friend.
Google it. So Caylee Anthony she was 2 years old when she was reported missing on July 15th, 2008 by her grandmother Cindy after her daughter Casey had told her that she had not seen her daughter Caylee in 31 days. Casey claims that she had dropped her daughter off at the babysitter's house on June 9th and had not been able to locate the babysitter or her daughter since then. Caylee's remains were located inside a laundry bag in a wooded area near the family's house, and her mother, Casey, was ultimately charged with first-degree murder and pled not guilty. Because who would plead guilty to killing their child?
Not I.
Not I.
I mean, I also would never kill my child, but...
Right, yeah, that's true. We would never have to plead not guilty because we would never get that far.
No, not that crazy.
Yeah. So during the trial, the prosecution alleged that Casey wanted to get rid of the responsibilities as a parent and murdered her daughter by administering chloroform and applying duct tape to her nose and mouth. The defense, on the other hand, claims that the child had drowned in the family's swimming pool and that her grandfather, George, was the one who disposed of the body. Since neither side had any strong evidence that was like circumstantial, the jury found her not guilty. So she only got to really receive time for some of the lies that she said during the trial and some of like the crap that she made the police do. But ultimately, after she was found not guilty, she was able to leave the jail and go live her happy little pathetic life.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember when that trial was going on and it was announced that she was found not guilty.
Right. I feel like when that verdict was read, everybody remembers where they were, just like we all remember where we were when 9/11 happened. Like, I can tell you exactly where in both times. And it was so fucking shocking. Like, it was wild.
It's still wild, and that was how long ago?
So I 2008, we're in 2023. I'm not really great with math, but isn't that like 15, 16 years? 15? 16?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with whatever you say because I'm good at math, but I have mush brain, so.
Yeah, no, I don't. That might be right, something like that. If I got all my fingers and toes out, we might be able to figure it out, but I don't feel like it.
No, my toes are warm under my blanket. We're going to keep them there.
So now, if you've taken a deep dive into this case, just as I have, and just as you have, you'll know that the verdict was a crock of shit, and that Casey was ultimately responsible for her daughter's murder. Any of you weird pro-Casey fans out there can literally kick rocks because there's no way.
Quite honestly, fuck off.
Yeah, respectfully but disrespectfully kick some fucking rocks.
Oh, yeah, because it's bullshit.
Right, but because the jury didn't have any evidence that could really prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she did it, she wasn't charged. So, since 2008, there's been actually more questions than answers when it comes to Caylee's disappearance and murder. Obviously, we'll never know exactly what happened with Caylee, and that's probably the biggest question, except for how Casey got away with it. But there's actually still some other questions that haven't been answered. Who is Caylee Anthony's father? Do you know?
I don't know, but I have heard some things.
Right. See, I don't think anybody really knows, but right now, we've got another contender in the pool. So, over the last, I think we said 15 years, several men have actually come forward or been named as Caylee's possible father. But those closest to Casey say that they don't know who the father actually is. And because she doesn't talk about it, she's just going to take it to the grave. It's a secret that she never wants anybody to know, which is wild, which is weird. But then again, she also didn't want her child. So,
I just I think it's crazy that nobody knows because I we're both females. We know that the gossip goes around. How
right.
did she not ever tell anybody?
Right. How did she hide it for so long? How did they, like, it just, none of it makes sense. And then she throws in all these weird accusations that, like, it was actually my father, but the DNA is, that's negative. No, there's been so
Yeah.
many different lies. And it comes down to Casey is a liar. Like, she's a liar, liar, lying liar who lies.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah. Liar, liar, pants on fire. So during the documentary series, and I think it's on Hulu. I might be wrong, but it's Where the Truth Lies. Casey recalls giving birth to Caylee when she was 19 years old. When she was asked how she became pregnant, she states that she was graped. Sorry, I almost said the R word. She was
Mm,
graped. She was graped at 18. Her story is I was at a house party and I had a cup of beers. I completely lost my memory because I was drugged. I woke up with my jeans on the floor and I was disoriented and I could feel that I had forceful sex. She says she did not report this because she didn't think anybody would believe her, which probably wouldn't have.
probably not,
'Cause yeah,
knowing who she is, yeah.
she's a lying liar who lies.
Mm-hmm.
So during the trial, Casey's brother Lee was made to submit a DNA test and stand to testify that he was not Caylee's father. Casey's father, George, was also made to submit DNA to prove that he was not Caylee's father due to Casey making multiple allegations that he had sexually assaulted her starting at a young age. Thankfully, both Lee and George's DNA tests came back to being negative as not being the father. Mm, Let's
It
talk
always
about.
makes it
No,
always makes me wonder like how they end up ruling out family because there is going to be DNA that's going to match her father or her brother.
right. I was thinking about that the other day and I actually don't know. Like I don't know how that happens. Like maybe wouldn't it come back as being like 99% of his DNA? You know what I mean? Like would it
Yeah.
or would they have to yeah, see I just don't know. I don't know how that works. I know how they
It
get rid of other people, but I don't know how they like clear people that are gonna share the same traits and shit.
I mean, I guess it would probably be where like if it was a family member, there would be two sets of the same DNA if that makes sense, and then if it's somebody else, there's a different strand of DNA in there.
Right. Yeah, so
I
I'm not
don't
really
that's so
sure how.
weird.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, and now I feel like I'm gonna need to know sooner or later. So it's probably gonna be my little rabbit hole because I don't really
Mhm.
know. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, how do they? But then I'm thinking maybe if they use Casey's and George's and see how similar they are, and if Kaylee's was also very similar, like 99% positive to be those two, I would think maybe that's how. But I don't know.
I think we're going to be doing some googling later.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to Google. So, besides Lee and George, there were a few people that Casey or Caylee or Casey's family had kind of said that were involved in possibly being the father. So the first one was Jesse Grund. He was engaged to Casey during much of her pregnancy and nearly most of Kaylee's life as he assumed the role of her father, even though the timing of conception didn't line up with their relationship. Sooner or later, Jesse actually petitioned for paternity tests, and it came back that he had a 0% possibility that he was Kaylee's father. So, not Lee, not George, not Jesse. Another person is going to be, it might be Jesus, it might be Jesus. I'm really not sure how it's pronounced, but Jesus Ortiz. I always get confused on how that one's pronounced. Like, how do you know if they're a Jesus? Okay, so we're gonna go with Jesus.
I literally thought that you were just trying to say that it was like a Jesus baby, like Jesus,
No.
like up in heaven, and I was about
So
to
the
crack
third
up
contender
laughing.
is actually Jesus himself.
It's actually Jesus. He came back down and said, baby.
Yeah, he said immaculate conception. I don't think so. About to
I'm
get
actually
in
shocked
this.
she didn't try saying that.
Yeah, that actually sounds like something that she would do. But
Hmm.
Jesus, we'll just call him Mr. Ortiz because I'm
There
not.
you go.
Yeah, Mr. Ortiz was another name that was given to the media by Casey's mother, Cindy. She stated that he casually dated Casey before he died in 2007 from his injuries sustained in a car accident. However, Jesse's family denies that this is true because she never hinted at him possibly being the father until she was questioned in the public eye. So, Jesus might be a contender, but we don't know
Jesus.
because he died in 2007 from a car accident. So, we
Mm.
got a couple taken off. We got one sitting over there on the side. We need a flow chart probably, just so we can see who's
We
there.
probably should have made one.
Right. So another one is going to be a friend of Casey's named Melina. I think is her name. It might be Belinda, and I might not have said that right. But Melina Melinda, she told police that Casey had confided in her that she became pregnant after having a one night stand with a man named Josh. Josh apparently worked at Universal Studios with her, but lo and behold, he also died in a car accident in 2007. A lot of car
I'm
accidents.
seeing a pattern.
Right. It gets better. It gets better.
Oh, oh
So
shit.
another contender to being Caylee's father is Eric Baker, who again tragically met his demise in a car accident in 2007. During the trial, Cindy testified that Eric Baker was from either Kentucky or North Carolina, and he was the one who fathered Caylee. When Eric Baker's mother heard this, she stated that she had never heard of Casey before her son's name was dropped in the trial, and that Eric Baker would have been a teenager at the time that Caylee was conceived.
Is that so hard to believe with
Right.
Casey's track record?
Right. Yeah. So it's not really too hard to believe. But again, sounds like a lot of one night stands or a lot of times that she just met up with people and just banged them. Sounds like that was kind of her thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Jesse Grund, who's a no. Jesus Jesus, Mr. Ortiz, he's a possibility, but he died. Also, Josh, he is a possibility, but he died. Now, Eric, who was a possibility, but has also died. Now we go to Michael Duggan, who, again, is another young man who died in a car accident in 2000.
What is happening?
I wish
Was
I
Casey behind the wheel?
Listen, I wish I was lying. It's very possible that she was behind the wheel. She was either behind the actual wheel or she was behind the wheel of some kind of drugs when she made up all these possible baby daddies.
I think she just looked at a database and said, "Who died in a car accident recently?" and just picked them.
Right. Yeah, she had to have. Because all these, how do they all, it's too coincidental. One person dying from a car accident being possibly the father, cool. A second one, all right, if she sleeps around a lot and she's got a lot of numbers under her belt, like, very possible. Number three, I'm a little concerned. Four,
The first guy who's still alive better watch his back.
right, Jesse Grun needs to really watch himself because,
Don't be getting in a car, sir.
yeah, don't get in a car anywhere near this lady because something might happen to you. Well,
Jeez.
Michael Dugan, his mother, actually came forward during the trial and admitted that her son, prior to his death, had confided in her, saying that he had a daughter with Casey. So, another possible contender, but never DNA matched up to see if it was true or not. Just kind of was like, hey, my son told me this, and then that was it.
But he's dead, so good luck getting any evidence.
Right. So again, because he died in a car accident in 2007, there's not really too much we can do.
Ay,
So,
ay, ay.
with that considered, here we are in October of 2023, and we have another contender who has decided to come up to the bat. His name, well, He goes by a lot of different names on social media, from his Reddit burner account called Hot Lake underscore 184 to his TikTok named Caylee's father, which I really just saying
Not
it right
subtle.
there. Yeah, like
Not subtle.
Caylee's father, like you're gonna get a lot of attention that way for sure. Like I saw it and I'm like, there's no way. Like there's no way that he's talking about that Caylee. Like so it's a good eye catcher. It's a good, what do they call them? What is the word when you post something? A clickbait. It's good clickbait.
There you go.
Yeah, it's very good clickbait. So he's been going on live on TikTok claiming that he's already started the process to establish paternity for Caylee. And some of his claims, though, are a little bit wacky. And I use the word wacky because that's how I felt, like a ping pong ball going back and forth, trying to figure out which direction we were going to. Because per his timeline, he met Casey in July of 2005. If this is correct, Casey would have been 7 to 8 months pregnant and showing. But he states at that time, Casey was not pregnant because it would have been possible for him to not notice a huge belly. But in 2005, they actually did not sleep together. They had a very brief encounter. Now, here in 2006 of January would have been the second time that he met up with Casey, and this would have been the time that she would have been he would have gotten her pregnant and they conceived Caylee. Now, still believing that she was not pregnant before and didn't already have a baby. So, Caylee was born in 2005. August 2005. So he's claiming in July she wasn't pregnant, even though, according to medical records, she would have been. That would have been the last trimester. He's saying that she actually wasn't pregnant then and that Caylee was actually conceived in January of 2006, which would make her birthday at the end of 2006. So essentially a year younger than we all believe her to be. Everybody, medical records, autopsy reports, court documents, birth certificates, everything. So he's claiming that she just wasn't pregnant. He would have noticed a big belly. And because she never talked about having a child, he said that there's no way.
Yeah, no. It's
Now, here's the kicker, though. This is how he remembers that it was in July of 2005 and January of 2006. Not because of, maybe going to school or anything like that. It's just because of the car that he drove. He swears up and down that he drove a specific car in July of 2005 and a specific car in January of 2006. And that is how he is backtracking to his story and his timeline.
I don't know if that's a good marker for remembering times.
Right. So he's claiming that because he never seen Caylee's actual birth certificate, that we've only seen the birth announcement that comes from the hospital where they put the baby's footprints on it, that's how they were able to kind of get away with it. That document was forged, more than likely by Cindy, because Cindy was a nurse and she did work in the medical field. So obviously she would have a way to tamper with something like that. Okay, cool. And the way that they were able to kind of continue that is because George was law enforcement. So of course he can kind of pull the strings on the other side. So essentially he's claiming that Caylee was not conceived when she was actually conceived and born in August of 2005. She was actually born in more than likely October, November of 2006, making her a year younger than we really think she was, which is where he lost me. That's where he lost me, because had he had said they did sleep together in 2005 and maybe he was mixing his dates up, I could be like, okay, she was born in August of 2005. You guys met maybe early 2005. Maybe if she was born early, which it said in different places that, Caylee was born a little bit earlier than she was supposed to be. So at that point, it kind of added up and I'm like, oh, fuck. Did we all miss this? Did we all just pass this by, just went right over our heads? We weren't paying attention. But then he comes in with that information. So claiming
I
that
just,
she's a year younger than she actually was, when there's actual, like, Casey always took videos. Casey always took pictures. Cindy and George always took videos and pictures. So there's actual, like, I guess it's called metadata or whatever. Like, there's actual data that proves her entire, like, pregnancy and when she was born, and there's birth announcements in a newspaper. So it's kind of hard to look past all of that as he's telling you
right.
his version of it. And it all comes down to the car he was driving. It just comes down to
Y-
the car he's driving.
I just, like I said, I maybe it's because it's me and I have a terrible memory, but like using the type of car I was driving at a certain time isn't going to make me remember, oh, well, it happened then because
Right.
I was driving this car.
Right. Yeah, you would. I have a hard time remembering what day it is on the day, so I mean, kudos to him if he can really remember that far, but his timeline just doesn't add up with anything else that we have. Had he stopped and said, like, yeah, we did the dirty in 2005, like early 2005, all right, cool. That's your claim is kind of legit right now. Like, you're kind of falling in that little crack of a possibility. But
Yeah,
you're a year younger than she actually is. That would mean that they essentially had to hide Caylee for a year
right.
and pretend that this 1 year old was, like, basically a newborn, which is, babies grow so fast, like, size wise in the beginning, that I just don't think anybody would mix something like that up. Be like, that's a big 1 year old, like, and she's really, 2.
It's really making me like think because I saw it on TikTok earlier, the whole Twilight Renesmee thing and she aged so quickly. Maybe she's half vampire.
Maybe. It's very possible. Maybe Caylee or Casey was a vampire and she was just able to age so quickly. But his story just doesn't make any sense. It, unfortunately, he had a really good claim in the beginning, but now people are kind of coming into his live and being like, bro, you're a liar. This is this and this. Like, I have proof of this. And so what I did was, I have a few screen grabs from some of the first live that he's done. And I'm actually only going to play some of the interesting bits. I didn't make it into a video. I have the timestamps that I'm just going to kind of go to. And that is because this dude rambles. And when I say he
Oh,
rambles, like, you will be asking him, like, how do you think you're Kaylee's father? And he'll be like, well, you got to look at the timeline. And then next thing you know, he'll be talking about the O.J. Simpson trial. And
oh
he's
my
trying,
God.
I swear to God, and he's trying to, like, mush these two together, which I can kind of see where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's just one of those, like, he grabbed at a strand that was barely there and is just pulling as hard as he can. It hasn't ripped out of his hands yet, unfortunately, but he likes to throw in a lot of just bullshit, and then he'll start talking about. You'll ask him something, and then he'll be like, "What, you think? You think I ain't got no money? Like, I got this kind of car, I got these kind of shoes. Like, I don't need money." Like, he's just wild. He's all over the place, but probably
Sounds like
one of
such
my
a good
favorite.
dude.
He's such a great guy.
Oh my God.
Such a great guy. So the first one I do have in videos, and this is just because it is from his TikTok, and I didn't want to be on his TikTok page trying to go through everything. So these would be what I call his videos where he tells everybody, like, when they come in and ask a question, like, go watch these videos, they're going to give you the answers. So they're, like, the most detailed, I guess, videos that would give us an idea into this little dude's brain, because he be wild.
Sometimes I'm worried to go into people's brains.
Yeah, yeah, he's not one I would want to. I feel like there's a lot of pounding going on in there. Like, like, a lot of hello, I'm over here.
Let me out.
Turn the light on. I can't see. Like, there's not a lot of, like, useful things happening in there. So,
The marbles are just rolling around freely.
for real. Can you see the screen? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can't hear it or it's too loud, just suck it up. Just
Oh,
kidding. Just kidding. It shouldn't be loud. This dude doesn't. Well, no, it shouldn't be loud.
no.
It should be loud. We should be good. This won't be a John Romano thing. He's not as loud.
That dude. Hmm.
That dude. He still has his comments turned off, and he still hasn't made a video since then.
Oh, he heard our podcast and said,
He's like, damn it, the world is finally reaching my destination, and I gotta get on another bus.
I gotta go.
I gotta get out of here. All right, so hopefully the video plays first. If not, it's like 5 seconds or 10 seconds of just the screen, so we'll see. I'll play you a song. Oh my god, hurry up. I said 10 seconds, not 4. 17, 18, 19. Oh my god, what are we doing? Here, why? Oh, here we go, here we go. Alright. This is cinematic, though. I want you to know that you're about to watch a masterpiece. Like, it had to have taken a really long time to put these videos together, so we have to appreciate the art.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
What if
he's
I was the
low.
father of a child I never knew about?
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my story. I was born in 1986 in Indianapolis, Indiana. I was the middle child of a brother and a sister.
These are supposed to be like photo comparisons of the facial features.
Oh, okay. I was like, why does he have a picture of Caylee?
Yeah, he's trying to
When I
show
was
the
18,
difference.
I moved to Florida. To be exact, Winter Park. I would have met Casey Anthony on MySpace.
Shout out
Back then, that was the
MySpace.
thing to do. She was probably the hottest gal that I've ever met.
Gal?
I knew very little bit about her, and would go by, would keep in contact. She would often express her passion of art and photography, even mention she worked at Kodak. The first time I actually met Casey, she was having issues in a relationship where she was arguing with her boyfriend. Being the person I am,
Oops, I was muted. And I think he's talking about Jessie Grund right now, because this would have been the time frame when she was pregnant, and Jessie was in Caylee's life since she was born during the pregnancy and everything. So I'm assuming that's who he's referring to, but who knows what Casey actually told him.
I don't know. But also, is it just my OCD or is it bothering you that like when he's talking, the words are going by too fast? That
Oh,
he like
yeah.
typed? It's bothering me so bad.
Yeah, I told you it was cinematic. It's the art. It's the art of the delay.
It's oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's got the delay filter on. It's like, no, guys, this is just cinematic quality. It's the new thing we all do.
That slide you just saw, I'm gonna say it after that slide goes by.
Yeah, I want you to read it, and then I want you to hear it, and then get confused because you're trying to read the next slide.
And you're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, that's how he's trying to deceive us. That's what he's doing. He's gaslighting us with
Loser.
slides.
Gaslighting me because of my OCD.
Yeah, he was like, "Ha, well, good luck watching this, bitch."
I obviously invited her over to vent. In fact, I had friends over. We spent a little bit of time outside just talking. Yeah, we did have one drink. She was there for at most an hour, 45 minutes. Time would go by, and I'd invite her out to Daytona. My best friend was actually joining the Army, and he was getting ready to leave for basic training. So being the friend I was then, it was time to celebrate. My friend was obviously down for it, so I booked a hotel in Daytona. At the time, a party wasn't a party without hot chicks. So
Without hot chicks.
My time, but I didn't.
So he invited Casey of all fucking
I
people.
would hit up Casey.
Yeah, like I don't get it.
She'd arrive and actually stay 2 days. I stayed 3. We would explore Daytona, swim in the pool, have dinner, and of course party. Did we have intercourse? Usually would say I don't kiss and tell. But to clear the smoke, we did. We were sober the first time, and it was in the shower after swimming. Second time, alcohol was a factor. I'm not gonna lie. We were young and stupid. At least I was. And after that weekend, she kind of just went AFK. I tried to stay in contact, but she'd never reply. I'd say 2 to 3 months passed, and I'd actually try to call her. She would then tell me that she was moving to Jacksonville to live with her mother, which to me was a little odd. And there was no reason for me to call her, and in fact, she said to lose her number. But wait, there's more. Caylee was born 8/9/2005. Or was she? Who was the only person law enforcement couldn't find?
That's him.
What a nice gentleman.
It's the whole inner circle of Casey Anthony fabricating a story. If so,
Oh, okay, well, hold on. I should probably preface this part. So this is a song because he's also a DJ.
Oh no.
So this is a song that he made for Caylee and also his mother, who passed away in 2007.
What is up with 2007?
I have no idea, but it's a really bad year, I guess.
Car accidents, cancer.
Cancer, colon
Cancer.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I want to make a song.
God.
But yeah, so he's claiming that he made this for for Caylee as well, and it's honestly it's beautiful. It deserves #1 spot like tomorrow.
Well, it's unreleased, so he's got to release it.
Oh, this is a release party. You just wait.
Oh
You
shit.
just wait. Tell me that was not like the hardest beat you've ever heard.
It was pretty sick, but I also want to point out that he spelled waving as in like a waiver, like he's signing a waiver to go do something.
Look, remember what we were talking about earlier that someone was in the background going, hello? That was them telling him, can you get spell check, please? Because he's a fucking idiot. Yeah.
He's like signing a waiver to say goodbye. I'm waiving my
I'm
goodbye.
wavering goodbye. Like, and honestly, I'm not sure how he came up with the lyrics. Like, that was, that's better than Eminem. There's so many different variations and lyrics on that that it's just, it's a masterpiece. My
Like
favorite.
rap god who?
Yeah, Eminem, what? Slim
What?
Shady, can you please sit down? Because Caylee's father is coming up. It's the only, like, he's fucking weird.
I can't get past the fact that he spelled waving wrong.
Every time I look at that, I crack up. I'm a wavering goodbye.
I was on mute, but just know I was laughing so hard.
Listen,
Just
I was hitting the beat so hard over here. It's like
I,
Jersey Shore. I was just pumping. Bump,
I
bump.
feel a little bad because I was tapping my foot just a little bit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he probably stole the beat from somebody. Let's just be clear. He probably stole
Yeah.
it. Or he probably found it on like online as a free one and then just mixed it up and that's why he's a mixer. But I don't know.
I wonder if that was him singing the wavering goodbye.
No, I really think it is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good.
Because he made that for Caylee and the colon. I'm literally I'm going to hell. I didn't mean that.
It's okay. We'll sit next to each other.
Oh my god. That sounds like a really terrible band name. Like Caylee and the
Caylee and the
Colons.
colon.
Like something that would be on a kid's show, like Yo Gabba Gabba. Introducing Caylee and the Colons.
With their song Wavering Goodbye.
This
Oh
goes
my
out to
God.
all the Kayleys and Colons out there. Oh Jesus, we are God.
Oh, God.
Honestly, this is not a safe space for anybody who can't find humor and shit like this. This is
No.
not a safe space for you at all. So it's gonna get worse from here on out. Just know that.
Just exit now.
Yeah, go ahead and find yourself something different because we are about to waver ourselves into the next video.
Gotta sign that waiver.
Yeah, we gotta sign. You better sign this waiver right now because we're wavering out of here. I hope there's something still attached to this. Oh, this is this weird cringy video.
Oh God. I was never in a car accident. I'm still alive. Shots fired.
Honestly, that was such a good video. It cracks me up. By the way, I wasn't in a car accident, and he used a song that's like really relevant now. So I mean, kudos to him.
He said straight up, in 2007, a lot of people died, but I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, he's like, shots fired. Y'all are liars.
Oh my God, that was funny.
So let me pull up my the one that loaded earlier. Oh my god, did I exit out of it? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. All right, let me pull up my timeline because I recorded literally 6 hours of this live. So a lot of it is bullshit and it's a lot of him yelling at the commenters and talking shit to them. So I really pulled out the best pieces out of this 6 hours. So it's definitely, I think it's less than an hour that I have clips of. So
Okay.
let me fast forward to this part real quick.
And you know what's funny? I said earlier that I'm pretty sure he popped up on my For You page. It was that video that popped up on my For You page, and I was confused, but now I understand the whole I wasn't in a car accident comment.
Yeah, now it all makes sense.
Now it makes sense because he wasn't.
Oh. Oh. Okay, so look at my little screenshot up on there. Okay, so let's talk about Vanessa real quick. So as he's in this live, there is a lady in the comments who is saying that she wants to join because she lived across the street from Casey when she was pregnant. So we're gonna watch somebody before the guest before her, and then we're gonna watch as Vanessa comes in and the encounter between him and Vanessa. Because It's perfect.
Oh,
Vanessa
Lordy Lord.
Vanessa is a god. Like Vanessa is a god. She came in, she was like, "Nope. Not today, sir. Not today."
She said, "You actually weren't driving that car, asshole."
Yeah, she really was. You're such a liar. You were never had
That
that.
wasn't even the car you were driving.
You never even lived in Florida. Okay, I think I'm right on. I might have to go a little bit further. But everybody was in there. I was in there telling them, let's go. Let's get Vanessa up in there. Please.
Bring in that bitch, Vanessa.
All right, don't be crazy now, sir. Don't be crazy now. You already freaking loaded yourself.
Except that you rewound me, so
I know. Why?
now I'm not going to work.
Let me grab that and share that screen probably to get out of here.
Loading.
I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. Well, look at me showing people. I'm like, bro, go watch this. Can you hear it? Wait, maybe he's not.
He's not talking right now, so.
Look, Teresa said Jesus.
I
She
don't
might.
think you'd be trying to prop.
Maybe Teresa knows that her actual dad is Jesus. Maybe that was
Maybe.
Teresa trying to tell me. She's like, out of all the people, it was Jesus.
It was Jesus. It
That's
was
the only,
it was Jesus.
that's the only thing I can think of.
It off a little bit.
All right, we're gonna fast forward a
Realize
little
you
bit here. We're not gonna do a whole chunk because
Some-
we don't want him to.
and my friend.
There was a lot of him bitching at people in the comments, and he was taking questions from people, but he was basically telling them like, hey, you need to go watch my videos instead. Like, don't come in here and ask.
I will never understand the beanie and the hoodie up thing.
Right. Okay. So I want to put a theory out here, and this is just me after watching his videos for a really long fucking time here. I'm pretty sure he either lives in like a halfway house, or he's like squatting somewhere because he doesn't have heat. He's constantly got like a hoodie, a jacket on his head. Like you don't hear, like he always stays in this room. I'm pretty sure, like if I had to make my guess, he doesn't have his own place. He either lives with somebody and they don't pay for heat, or he's a squatter. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
He looks like the type. That sounds really bad, but
Like I think it's like I feel like it's got to be like a halfway house or like a homeless shelter where like they get their own room and stuff.
watch out for the samurai swords.
Bro, you've got to fucking stay away from samurai swords and homeless people because
Mm-hmm.
those are
Chick is crazy.
the weapons of choice these days. Okay, so I think
I'm here and talk just like you. This guy, are you there? Yeah.
all right.
This guy. This is up to you.
And I just want to point out that someone said that he was the Wish version of Matthew Lillard, and I can't get that out of my head.
Oh God!
Like every time he talks, I cannot get it out of my head. That's all I see now, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
why would you ruin that image for me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it though.
Yeah, he looks literally like Matthew Lillard if he was a weirdo, claimed to be a dead baby's father.
And did crack.
and did crack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this one lady's gonna come in and she's gonna say something, and then she's gonna ask about Vanessa coming in.
All right. You didn't want Miss BB, up to you.
Oh no, maybe Miss BB. Actually, let me go here. I think she's here.
Oh, you broke it.
I did not break it. It's still load.
Come back to me.
Ooh, come back. Let me go back 2 seconds. My gosh, I should have just recorded these. I should have recorded these on my desk, on my laptop.
Did you record them on your phone?
Well, yeah, I recorded on my phone, but then I had to upload them to my drive, and my desktop doesn't have any room for me to save them to. I guess I could have been smart and saved them to my extra drive, but that would be too crazy.
Too crazy.
Too crazy. But all the stuff that we're really going to watch is going to come in like these next, like to her.
We need elevator music.
Oh my god, I know. We can make elevator music. Bing, bing, bing. I'll do that, and then you can do another
Get
noise.
some answers.
Oh.
This girl deserves to have somebody in her life that generally cared about her and wanted to be in her life. It's just so unfortunate to have a mother like her.
Can you hear it?
And
Yeah.
find out the way I did is just, I mean, it's more than what emotions can explain. A lot of people, if they were in my shoes, they'd been like,
Once this lady
I
gets off.
might want to be that guy that doesn't say anything. But how they presented it, even the father, if my theory is right, there would have been no possible way for me to even come forward. And a lot of people aren't saying what I'm trying to explain. But a lot of them probably don't have a high school education. But I work with everybody as kind as possible, and you know, I try to explain to the T. And if they don't understand after that, it's just like, man, I'm gonna have to get a coloring book, start drawing pictures.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me in. I hope you get some answers. I'm gonna stay following because this is like very interesting to find this out.
I appreciate you, Ms. BB. I appreciate every person just being alongside. I mean, I see all the genuine comments. There's always going to be those few though, and I just ignore them.
Yeah, just ignore them and keep fighting. She deserved to have a loving parent.
Yeah, and grandparents, and cousins, and more than one uncle.
Yep.
Well, thank you, BB.
You're welcome.
Hey, what's up, Ray Ray?
Hey, what's up? I'm really not up here to ask questions or anything like that. I know about the case. I'm in Florida. I'm stationed out here. However, I mean, I've been through all of that. All I want to know is, I just came up here to say, first of all, get DNA tests or whatever. But can you let Vanessa in? Vanessa Lynn knows something about this, so can you let her in? Everyone else is coming up here. I know nothing. I don't know y'all. She knows. So
Now
can
watch
Vanessa
him.
come up, please?
He looks terrified.
Right.
A lot of people saying that she doesn't need to
requested.
come up. Huh?
No, everyone's asking her to come up, and I came in here hoping that you'd add me just so I can say, can you please let her in? I know nothing about that, so I just really want her to give her input. We're all outsiders looking
Vanessa?
in, but she knows it, what's going on.
What do you mean she knows what's going on?
Well, you said you ignore comments, so I'm trying to tell you, because you've been ignoring comments, I've been in the comments, and I'm telling you, Vanessa knows something and she wants to talk to you, and she's asking to let her up.
What does she know, though?
I don't know.
Bruh.
Literally, she's been in here.
He like is procrastinating.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I should not let Vanessa in.
No, let's not let Vanessa in.
So you want me to have her on with you? Are you want her to come? Are you want her to skip the line so she can take your spot? I'm confused.
Yes, please let her up.
Is she going to be appropriate?
Yes, she's literally been in the comments begging to come up here, and everyone else has been up here, and we just want Vanessa to hear what Vanessa has to say.
All right. Well, I'm going to tap her in for you, okay?
Huh?
I'm tapping her in right now.
Okay, awesome.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you got a whole bunch of people wanting you to come in, Vanessa.
Yeah, because I lived across the street from Casey. My kids went to school at the end of the street. My kids walked past Caylee's body for months to get to that school. Caylee was born in 2005. I saw Casey pregnant with my own eyes. My own eyes.
I'm not doubting you, but
You can't doubt. Listen, I have pictures. I helped search for Caylee. I was standing with George right there. I lived at Auxalis and Curry Ford. Can't tell me nothing.
I get you.
I saw her pregnant with my own eyes.
I get you, but
so tell me where you were. Why just now instead of the last 15 years when they've been
They don't live on Curry Ford though. Just so you know.
You cannot get me with the timeline. I want to know why now.
I would need proof. I need proof that you were there in 05. I think again.
32807 is the zip code out there where I live. I went to.
That's not what I'm asking you. I need proof.
Colonial High School.
Everyone else wants proof, right?
Okay. Hold on. Because Vanessa's literally.
Vanessa,
I'm sitting here spelling it out because he's lying, bro.
I'm not lying.
Show you the proof. Can you let her show you the proof?
Yeah. I'm giving you a chance. I've already removed your friend, Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, we need to calm down.
Oh wait, I have my Florida driver's license.
Vanessa, we need to calm down.
No, we don't, because you should have been out. If this was true, you should have been here 15 years ago. And you keep telling people this timeline.
I'm going to tell you one last time. If you can't talk kindly, I'm going to remove you from the broadcast as a whole. 3. I hate acting. You're a grown woman acting like a child. I'm going to ask you this one more time. We can be sensible, or I'm going to have to remove you as a whole. So we're going to calm down? Are we going to calm down?
I'm calm.
Yes or no? Is it a yes or no question, man?
Yes.
Okay, let's be respectful.
Are you telling me that I did not see Casey?
I'm not dodging any questions, but I need to, I'm not asking to see your license. The proof is on Hope Springs Drive. If you were across the street, how can you verify the timeline that it was 05?
What do you mean? How can I verify the timeline?
How can you verify it? That's what I'm asking you. How can you verify that it was 05?
Went to that elementary school.
How can you verify it was 05 and not 06?
Because I had my son in 06 and I was pregnant. She had Caylee before I had my son.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
If you were pregnant in 06, how do we know she wasn't born in 06?
I was also pregnant when they found Caylee.
So you got pregnant in between the 4 years of spent. You got to understand. Listen to my question.
No, I don't got to know.
If you were pregnant in 06, how do you know Caylee wasn't born in 06 and then you had your son?
I lived across the street from her. Caylee was born in 2005.
I get you. I get you. I hear one thing. But,
how do I know that
being aggressive and defending someone you know little to nothing about.
On a dead baby
I didn't
girl,
see you on the news though. Vanessa, I didn't see you on the news. I didn't see you in the courtroom. I didn't see you on the case.
Why would I go?
I didn't see the police interview you.
I'm going to put myself in that. Did you see that mess that was? Why? I didn't see you, her dad. You weren't there.
Right.
Where the fuck were you?
So are you listening to what I'm saying? I think you're just getting on here to get 10 seconds of fame. And I appreciate you. Exactly. But I don't believe a word that you're saying, unfortunately.
He's lying, y'all.
I get you.
Listen to him. He's lying. He's lying.
You have God knows my intentions in your bio.
You weren't even.
I know your intentions. Here's my intentions. It's a pleasure meeting you, Vanessa. Again, if you want to.
I love her so much. She came in so hot. And he was like, you need to calm down. No, I'm not going to calm down.
She came in swinging.
Yeah, she was not having it. Well, especially, like, if you can, like, I can see her point of view. Like, coming from somebody, if you physically saw something and then you saw some douchebag on the internet being like, no. And you're like, okay, this is your timeline according to you. She was a year younger, but I'm telling you. I saw her when she was pregnant and then I saw her after she was born. Like, it's just, it's wild that somebody who was that close to it even was able to find this. Like, was able to just find this live out of nowhere.
Yeah. And I mean, the fact that he wouldn't even let her speak, he knows he was caught right then and there.
He doesn't let anybody speak. So when I don't remember even what I asked him. I think I asked him if he had any videos or like pictures on his MySpace that he had been able to, like, because everybody can kind of get into their MySpace now sometimes, like if you try it. And I was like, have you tried that to see if maybe you've gotten in, you can see any of these pictures or see any of these messages? And he's like, no, like, I don't have any access to that. Like, I deleted all those accounts. Like, always has like a cover-up story. And even as nice as I was being when I asked this question, like, he was still cutting me off. Like, and I was
Wow.
super duper nice the whole time. So it doesn't matter like who you are. He's still, if it's not his narrative, he definitely tries to like talk over the person. He does this thing what he calls graduating, which I think it's kind of funny, but he graduates them to OMG University, which is basically he removes them from his page. Like
What the
mutes them.
fuck?
So he will tell people, he'd be like, did you graduate? Did you graduate from OMG University? Because you got that degree. Like, it's so stupid, but it's honestly kind of funny. Like, I think it's kind of funny.
Oh god. I'm gonna use that from now on when people piss me off.
So backstory, this girl that we're about to see come in here, she's also doing like TikTok lives about him. So I was watching her TikTok live earlier, and she said that they now have their own university, and it's for all of the OMG University dropouts and people who got kicked out, and they're called it's like the clout chasing certification something, like they've got a whole ass name for it. I'm like, you guys, I'm dead. Like, this is
Lord.
this is so great.
Oh god.
Let me go to hers real quick.
Day and I got to do 10 an hour.
And this is where I was talking, but you couldn't hear me
Who else we
because
got?
I was there.
What you doing today?
I am doing.
But my mic, apparently, when I am on it and I'm screen recording, it doesn't record me. And I was pissed. I was so pissed because I'm like, I could use that as something to prove, like, you know, he cut off everybody because I was super duper nice the whole time. Like, there was no reason to cut me off, and he still cut me off.
Oh god. He sounds like a winner.
Yeah, he's a weird one. So this girl right here, she has a TikTok page where she just kind of talks about like anything, I guess, and she's on a rant about him. She's got people like going over to him. They apparently found somebody who worked on Casey's case as like her bodyguard. So like he was basically the one that would go and pick her up from wherever she was, like at the jail, and then he would take her to, you know, like Jose Baez's office and stuff like that. So he was the one transporting her, and he even found her. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why are we all on TikTok? Like, this is wild.
Mm-hmm.
We have no lives. Shocked
Right.
to see you on here, to be honest.
I'm cold. I'm not gonna lie, it's cold out today. I got a hoodie,
cold
a
out
hat.
today?
Now. Yeah, I'm gonna got my blankie on.
So this is literally like the first. I spread awareness for a lot of different like crime situations and stuff, and this is the first I've seen of you on here. So I just had a question. I know that like you're saying 2006, but everyone's told that Caylee was born in 2005. So what do you say about that?
Well, I mean, I look at the facts. The facts of the case show several things to me that are disturbing. Is that no one found their father. No one actually found anything out in between that 31 days. And in fact, they didn't find Caylee until December. So that gave plenty of time to mislead a lot of people. And people, and excuse my French, all you people that are on that Vanessa bandwagon, people like that are just in my opinion irrelevant. What have they done in that case? I don't see her testifying on the court. I didn't see any statements that she gave to police. The only thing that I seen her do is jump on my broadcast and said, "Hey, I lived on Hope Spring Drive, this and that." Sounded like she was loaded on some Coronas. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. Again, we have opinions.
She was loaded on some Coronas.
Quite honestly, what made him go with that?
I have no idea, but that's so funny. She was loaded on some Coronas.
She didn't even sound drunk at all, but okay.
No, she was definitely pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, she came in there trying to explain something and he just jumped on her, so yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does that to everybody. So he's going to even do it to this chick right here. And I think that's the reason why she was like, nope, I'll just go on my own platform.
Right.
Look, we all know nobody has to sit here and say we all know
like Caylee lied. Okay, it's clear as day. Anybody that doesn't think she didn't about certain things, whether she told the truth about some and whatever the case is, I mean,
I
like
assure
someone
you,
else said, we've been, a lot of us have like been a part of this for so long that we've seen all of this, right? But my thing, just my concern is, you know, you're coming on here. I haven't watched any of your videos, so I apologize. I just was like, what is happening here? I don't understand. But I understand that you're saying all of this, but again, so you had relations with Caylee. When did that happen? That's my question. When did you have relations with her?
Right. So 2 times we would have seen each other. The first time there wasn't any action, shall we say? The first time, because she actually came to my townhouse in Winter Park. I'd say for about 45 minutes to about an hour.
Okay, when was that though? What year? Do you remember?
Yeah, that had been 2005, and then in the process, 2005, I ended up moving back to Indiana because of my mother being diagnosed with colon cancer. I mean,
sorry to hear that.
At the end of the day, my mother fought several years, and once they cleared her out of the hospital, I actually moved back in 06, roughly, I'd say January. And then a good friend of mine from Indiana, he was going into basic training. I reached out to him because he was actually in Georgia staying with his girlfriend at the time. And he told me what was going on. I said, man, before you go, you're right. You're just one state away. You know, come down. Let's go to Daytona or something. So he came in on a Greyhound because, I mean, he didn't have much money. And I said, let's go. So I ended up going like a little party, and I would have met Caylee. We both would have been 100% 19 years old together because Casey's birthday was similar to John's birthday in the same month, which would have been in March, and his was actually after. But again, my friend was 2 years younger than me. He was born in '88. Right. I was born in '86. And I made the comment. I said he can't even buy cigarettes yet.
I'm not trying to interrupt you. I just want all of these people in the comments just want to know these things, and I know that. So,
oh my God,
2005.
I forgot Soph messages me.
I didn't even see what it said.
She messages me. She's singing the song from Bruno Mars, where he's like, "Today I don't feel like doing it." And she's sending it in separate text messages, so just ignore it. Oh my God.
You have relations with Caylee. Do you remember what month that was, or no?
Yeah, so 2005, there was no, when we say relations, I want to make sure we understand the content. Okay, so in 2005, she came to my townhouse and we stayed outside. So we didn't see the mattress or pillow or anything. Exactly. So again, and trust me, I want to make sure everyone's clear of this. Okay, when a woman has a child, their body changes. Okay, I assure you, in 06, when I met her the second time, I would have known if she would have had a child, and just because I have had sisters that had 2 kids already, and so I want to make sure everyone's clear of this.
I'm so done with her right now.
I'm cracking up right now, just the amount of them that are coming through.
I didn't know there was. I literally, every time I'd pop up, I would just swipe it out of the way as fast as I could. Oh my God.
There's so many of them.
She's even got emojis dancing in there.
We did go swimming into an indoor pool and an outdoor pool, and this was she actually wore a bikini on the when we were outside in the outside pool, and then on the indoor pool. And now I want you to understand what I'm about to say too. That hotel in 06 was the Hawaiian Inn Resort, and that was on the beach side. So we're technically on the ocean side. And I want you to pay attention to those words. We're in Daytona at the Hawaiian Inn Resort. I want you to Google, where did George Anthony go?
Do you think that Caylee, the date that they gave us that she was born, is a lie? Like her birth certificate is a lie?
Exactly. I think it was fabricated. And when I say this, I want you to pay attention. You got to understand what kind of resources Caylee is surrounded by. Okay, she has a retired law enforcement officer in her life. She has a registered nurse that's a manager cleared in the state of Florida that work for Gentiva and Advent Health. So you got to understand the network of people surrounding this. Then also, I want you to understand that Cindy's brother Rick, Google his net worth. Okay, he last time I checked, he was at 4 million. I mean, it could have went up. I don't know. You got to pay attention. There's a lot of discrepancies into the timeline that we know of or seen. Because if you look, not one person in here can say that there was one person other than Jesse or her family that knew Caylee before 07.
And so when did you find out when did you realize that this could be your daughter?
Exactly. So again, since about 2012, I've been analyzing and researching, and a lot of stuff didn't add up. And I was like, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. And then that 2005 date hit you. It kind of it pushes you away, right? Because you're like, there's no possibility. Because I know for a fact I wasn't in Florida in 2004. I just turned 18. And so I was still in school, and my records will show that. And in fact, when I moved
but you have to understand too that all of these, I mean, thousands and thousands of people are going. And I'm not sitting here saying you are or you aren't lying. Okay, I don't know what happened. Right? I'm just asking you because people are asking. Right. They want to know these specific dates. But what I'm saying is,
and I respect it. But they have to understand that, trust me, I didn't just wake up this morning and say, hey, I'm the father of Caylee.
You didn't know that she was missing. You didn't know that. I mean, did you not even know she was born until 2012?
Exactly. So in 2008, I was at Friendly Confines, and that's when the news kind of broke. And then I looked up there, and believe it or not, my buddy John that was at the hotel with me, we looked up, and I looked at him, and I won't forget. I was like, is that the same girl? He's like, no, there's no way, bud. Yeah, and we just kind of waved it off because that was when you seen that big missing child for her, and you see the date, and it shows the birthday to 05 because that's what they're putting in my mindset at the time. I'm thinking, no, there's no way, So we went on about the day, and honestly, we never really thought about it until the actual trial hit, and they never confirmed who the father was, and that's when I started to realize. I think this case is deeper than what we understand it as. Because, why would any grandparent not want to have the parent of their child in their life? To me, that never made any sense. And then if you listen to what Cindy says about the father, well, we had a mutual engagement, we met up with this, and all of her statements are outrageous. And if you listen to them, you're gonna and you're like, nah, she's in the right set of mind. Maybe they did have arrangements. You listen, they said they had a will together, or they had this and that. It was Eric Baker. A lot of those statements are just absurd. I mean, if my dad found out that I was the father of a child, he'd be like, boy, you better get your ass over there right now for you find out the hard way. My dad's about family. I mean, you got to look where he came from. He's got 6 brothers and 6 sisters. And I want you guys to really understand what I'm about to tell you. My stepmom died in March 14, 2007, because she had colon cancer. And she was technically my real mother because she raised me to be who I was. My dad's birthday is June 16th. So their birthdays are 2 days apart. So you guys understand the information that I'm giving you because I'm not making it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and here's the thing. I just think that you have to understand that it's really hard to believe that birth certificate would be forged and all of these things. I mean, have you spoken to Casey?
Well, let me ask you this, Alicia. Alicia, let me ask you this. Have you Googled Eric Baker?
Eric Baker?
Yeah, that's who Cindy's mom, the mother of Casey, said that was a father.
I understand that.
Can you Google that?
I can do research for you. That's not the problem. I'm just asking you the question.
Google? Hold on. I just want to ask you some more questions. You had plenty of time to ask me questions. Let me ask you some questions. Can you Google?
I didn't really have plenty of time to ask you questions because you continued to talk over me every time I asked you a question.
Did Cindy lie on the stand? Can you Google, did Cindy Anthony lie on the stand?
We all know all of these things. We all know all of this.
What don't you not know still till this day? Let me ask you this. What don't you not know?
Okay, listen, I'm not here to say that you're lying.
I've listened to you.
Calm down. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
I'm asking you a question now. I'm not respectfully asking you a question. What do we not know till this day that's a proven fact?
Who the father is?
Period. Thank you.
And I understand that. I fully agree.
Any more questions?
I'm not the one, sir. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you prove to people what's happening.
You aren't helping me. I've told you. If you have an actual question, ask the question. Okay, ask the question. Okay, don't prove nothing to me that I haven't already researched. I didn't see you the last 11 years, blood, sweat, and tears busting your ass to analyze everything that we know of today. I wouldn't spend time wasting your time. Let's make that clear. Okay, I'm not paying you.
When she said, "I am not the one, sir," I literally died.
She's me, because I say that to people all the time. I'm not the one.
I am not the one.
She was being like so nice to him, and he just like flipped a switch so quick.
Yeah, and it's because anything that goes against like his timeline, his idea, his narrative, his story, he's like, no, I don't think so.
Ay, like just let people talk, bro.
Yeah, I'm surprised she lasted as long as she does, because the rest of the people, they're on for like 2 minutes, and that's about it before he kicks him out. So
yeah, he's really quick with it.
Yeah, he is.
You to listen to me. You're listening to me freely. Okay, freely. You're listening to me for free. Understand that. All right, we got some more people in here. I'm not gonna make arguments. All right, I obviously have a control of the chat. So let's be kind. If you have questions, ask them. If you want to argue, I'm gonna ask you to leave quickly. Right. And so the frequency and vibe. Perfectly important. They did it in
So I just want to say one thing.
You can ask me one thing, I guess.
Well, I'm just asking, have you actually read the autopsy report?
Yes, I have. And I wouldn't come out here and just say this.
Well,
there was no birth certificate on an autopsy report, is there? Is there a birth certificate?
I just went back.
Is there a birth certificate?
Well, I just went back and reread the autopsy report, and it says that they've tested the bones for the DNA and for age. So, like, we know how old she was.
Well, again, it's Mario.
Did you see that comment?
I did not. What was the comment?
It says, "Okay, Carl Russell." You're talking about Carly Russell? God, I fucking cried. That was the funniest thing I'd seen. That's probably the best comment through all of them. "Okay, Carl Russell." I was like, I'm dead.
People be bold.
The DNA off bones can only be tested from a female source, so make sure that's clear of the mother.
Say that again?
So DNA from the autopsy, where does it come from?
About.
It comes from the where?
From her bones.
Okay, so how do you match DNA to the bones?
I'm confused what you mean, like the marrow.
Okay, let me simplify. What kind of DNA are they using from the bones? Can you?
They're using.
What kind of DNA are they using from the bones?
Her DNA. I'm just like you're.
What is her DNA on the bones then? Listen to the question. What kind of DNA is from the bones?
Like you said it, didn't you? Mitochondria. I don't know, like bone marrow.
Okay, so again, I'm what you're saying to me, I'm not going to really pay attention to until you understand DNA and the genetic side of it. Okay.
Yeah, but DNA.
I apologize if you want to be a forensic scientist, please have the degree. Okay. If you don't know what you're talking about, I get you. I get you.
I didn't claim to
but
be
again, the DNA that they use is from bones. It's not from hair or skin.
I'm confused. So I'm confused. You're saying that your bones don't have DNA to match you to I'm confused. Like
I'm saying that the DNA that they use can only be matched up to hereditary to the mother side, if that makes sense.
Okay, and they matched it. So what is your point?
My point is DNA doesn't tell you the age.
No, I said carbon dating does though. They can tell how old somebody is by how big their bones are, how like the different compounds.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. If you've got someone in your family that's 6'5", ma'am.
That's how they carbon date like dinosaurs and things like that. Like that's how they use the bones.
I get what you're saying, but we're not talking about dinosaurs. We're talking about people, and people change. People are different. Taller people like myself were taller when we were younger, quickly, rather quickly. If you look at pictures from when I was 1 year old, you're going to be like, holy shit, man, you're going to be a track star.
Yeah, my son.
So my point is age is only relevant when the actual certificate.
Months here, though. You're not saying months, though. You're saying years. Like there's, you know what? You're not giving. It's a discrepancy in like a full.
I wouldn't say years. 05 to 06 is 1 year, so I would say less than a year.
Somebody is pregnant. You're saying if you saw her in 06 and she definitely did not have a baby, you then have to be pregnant for another 9 months. That's 2 years you're talking.
No, if it was early, hold on, I think you're misunderstanding. If it was early of 06, no, it would have been the same year, ma'am. There's only 12 months in a year, so I don't know how many
months you didn't see her
months you're counting about, ma'am.
You said you didn't see her in 05.
How many fingers you got on your hands?
You said you didn't see her. You didn't have any relationship with her in 05.
How many fingers you got on your hands?
You're saying you didn't have any relations with her in 05.
I know you want to be pet detective over here, but
you didn't have any relations
you don't
with
even
her
understand
in 05.
DNA. You don't even understand DNA. So what you're stating to me is irrelevant. My timeline is expressed on my content. What is your question, though?
You just stated you didn't have any relations with her in 05.
Correct.
And then you left to go see your mother.
We did not. Correct. So okay. I'm glad you're paying attention.
So then if you had relations with her in 06, it would have
there's
not
12
been until
months in 06, ma'am.
It would not have been until almost 2000.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there just real quick. How many months does it take to have a baby?
10 months. You are pregnant for 10 months. I have 2 of them.
Okay. How many months are in 06?
What do you? That's what I just said. If you're not.
How many months are in 2006, ma'am?
Even if you had.
Answer the question. Answer the question, detective. Answer the question.
January
how many months are?
1st.
How many?
Oh my God!
Many months
we all know how many
are in 06?
Months are in a year. You're just being condescending now. You want people to believe you.
No, I'm not. I'm being condescending to someone that doesn't understand DNA. You don't understand DNA, so what? I'm going to condescend everything that you're trying to exhibit. I'm talking
purely about time. We're talking about
you
time.
are, and I'm about to run you around in a circle.
But we're right because
a child
you can't
can be born
questions.
in the same year that it was conceived. Period. Okay, I'm telling you.
If you got her in January,
I get you. Tell your friends to be kind. I get you. Frequency and vibes. I get you. You want to be a detective, but you don't understand science.
No, you don't understand how to fucking speak to people and like.
Okay, you cussed. Now you're getting to be removed. There will be no cussing. Okay, I can put up.
There will be no cussing.
I feel like he tries to talk around in circles and all this stuff just to try to like confuse people and get them to stop talking about things he doesn't want them to talk about.
No, that's exactly what he does. He just goes around in circles and circles and circles. It's like to where some people I really think they're believing. Like I really think he actually believes it. Like I don't think he's like all there. You know what I mean? Like, I really think he truly has probably gone down a very, very long rabbit hole on this. Like he said, 2012, that's when he, like, it clicked. So it's 2023 right now. So 11 years. Like,
yeah.
You've been going over this for 11 years. Like, this is what happens when people don't get medication.
For 11 years.
Yeah, for 11 years. They go on TikTok, claim they're somebody else.
Because, I mean, that is like 100% what he was just doing to that chick, is he was just like saying random stuff to try to confuse her and get her to stop talking about it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be real honest right now. I feel kind of stupid because I didn't know that there was 10 months in a pregnancy. So I was so confused. I'm like 9 months. And they were like
Is there
10.
really 10 months?
I don't know. I guess I didn't really look it up. I just assumed she was telling the truth. She sounded smart. I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, can
Let's
you
see.
please? Because I have to fast forward anyway. So please Google because I feel stupid. Like, I'm like, 10 months.
Oh my god, there is.
What the fuck, dude? How?
So it says pregnancy is counted from the first day of your menstrual period. This means an extra 2 weeks are counted on the beginning of your pregnancy when you aren't actually pregnant. So pregnancy lasts 10 months.
What in the fucking fuck is happening?
I've had 2 kids.
Right. Like, I had only one, but
What the fuck? Are we that stupid?
I'm starting to feel like my school education failed me. Like, my school needs to be held accountable for the lack of knowledge that I have because I'm so
Right.
confused in real life today. So many things come out, and I'm like, what?
I'm telling you, like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, wait, 10 months? Because at first she said that, and I said the same thing. I looked at the screen, I was like,
Yeah.
no.
And I'm like, they're all saying 10. I'm like, what are we talking about, guys? Are we all fucking around? Like,
I'm
what's-
pretty sure it's 9.
like, Ashton, where are you? You're gonna pop out soon and tell me I'm being punked because these people are stupid. No, it's actually me. I'm stupid.
We're both stupid because I thought the same thing. I was like, it's 9 months. What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, I had no idea. Well, now we know. We need a little,
But
like a little rainbow over our head that says, "The more shit you find out later in life."
but the thing that gets me though is yes, our education fucked us up, but like when we were pregnant, why did our doctors not tell us it was 10 months?
Right. I went through so many like early childhood development classes. Like, I'm a little confused because that's always what I've did I black out anytime they said how long a baby like did we black out during that session? Like,
We must have. I mean, in the hospital, they teach you not to shake your baby, but they don't teach you that you're pregnant for 10 months.
yeah, like this is boggling my mind. And then they were like, someone said like 9 times 7 or something in the chat, and I'm like, we have to do math? Like, what?
I don't want to do math.
And I'm like, damn, I can't even do that on my fingers. Like, I'm gonna have to get a calculator. And then he's like, yeah, 10 months. And she's like, yeah, 10. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, I'm stupid.
10?
I'm like,
10?
9 times 7 is not 10. Or 9 times 7 is not. That's 40 weeks apparently. Like, how many? I'm just
9 times 7. What? Where'd the 7 come from?
I don't know. Like, that's what it
There's
said.
not 7 weeks in a month.
I don't know what the point of like the 9 times 7 was, but you can see when it passes through, and my head is just like, what? Like, why are we doing math right now? Like, his timeline is the equivalent of what I would call boy math. Like,
Yeah.
timeline is boy math, but that
Yeah.
math that they were asking in the comment section, I was lost. I was very lost.
Just, yeah, I'm confused.
So I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this because he talks to somebody that like basically rides his dick and is like, oh yeah, like you deserve to have support and you should have this and that, like totally rides his dick for a while. So we're going to fast forward. And her name's Karen, of course.
Of course your name's Karen.
Of course. But in the comments during this time, they're like, you need to put this lady up named like Ganja Queen or something. And she is a medium.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me just slowly fast forward through this so that way it doesn't have a panic attack.
Yeah, it will too. It'll give up on life.
I know.
Kind of like me. When things move too fast, I give up on life.
And they're like, oh,
No.
slow down. Yeah, there was a couple people where he just like rambled to them, or like they would ask him a question and then he would ramble about some random ass shit that had nothing to do with the question. And then like anytime they'd start to ask a question, he'd cut them off and be like, look at the timeline, bro.
That's all he keeps saying is look at the timeline or blah blah blah. Like, is that all? Is it the only argument you have?
No, it really is. And it comes down to the fact that he knows what car he was driving. So
Well, Vanessa proved him wrong.
Yeah, Vanessa was like, bro, you can get fucked.
You weren't even driving that car.
Yeah, you weren't even driving that car. That's wild, though, that her kids literally walked past, like, where Caylee's remains were to go to school every day.
I
That's
know.
wild to me. That's so sad.
That's really sad.
Like, to think that they just walked right past her body.
And
Nobody
didn't even
knew.
know.
Yeah, didn't even know. While her mom's out there searching, like her mom is there at school, and her mom's out there searching for this little girl, and they just walked right next to them. My
That's
God,
just terrible.
Jesus!
Oh,
No!
you pissed it off.
Oh no! Of course, go back.
You moved too fast, and it said, "This is too much, too soon."
Yeah, too much, too soon. How come if I go back, it doesn't fucking like? Come on, you were already loaded that far. Don't be a douche.
Don't you love when that happens? You're like, you go back to a part that was already loaded, and it still won't load.
Yeah, it's still like, try again later.
2 seconds ago, you were loaded.
Yeah, we were working fine. Do I hit play? No. I'll probably just make it go longer. It'll come up. But it's a medium, and like she was in the chat, just put me up there. I can give you the answers that you need. I've got the answers like right now. Like put me up there, put me in the box. And he finally does, and it's great. And then the next guest after that, do you know who Aunt Karen is?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so she's kind of like, when I say a loudmouth, like she's a loudmouth, like she talks crap about people who do stuff like this. Aunt Karen makes a surprise guest as well.
Oh.
I know, right?
So, speaking of, this isn't about surprise guests, so I don't know why I said speaking of.
Speaking of surprise guests, nothing at all. Not at all, actually.
The funniest thing, because I just did it and I remembered, but in our last recording, if you listen really carefully, you can hear me hitting my vape.
Oh my God.
And I didn't think you could hear it. And like I listened back to it and I was like, oh, there's me hitting my vape again. So like every time I go to hit my vape, I'm like mute. And I didn't do it this last time. So surprise, everybody.
Surprise, she's doing meth.
You can hear me breathing.
Yeah, she's doing meth. It's okay, guys. She'll be back in a minute.
She'll be more funny when she comes back.
Have you noticed how much he like drinks though? Like he drinks so much.
Look, I was cracking up in the middle of that one when he was talking to that one chick. He just like completely stopped talking and started chugging.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, he thirsty.
But yeah, he thirsty and he cold.
I can't hear him anymore. Do we
No.
this now?
No, it's because I muted it while I was recording. So here's this lady now. Okay, here's the ganja.
Oh my goodness. Are you paid to say this or what?
Oh, but I'm about.
I'll put her on. Okay, just stand by. You sit tight. Don't go wild on me. We'll put her on since you're here. I'll put her on with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go. Hi, Ganja.
Hello. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
What's up, Ganja? You waited patiently. There's a lot of people in front of you, so. All right, since she's still on, I kind of just jumped the line. I'm sorry, Jessica. I think that's the next one. We're almost, just be patient.
Okay, how are you all today? First, I'm just gonna start off by telling you who I am. I am Ganja. I am a legitimate medium. I do not do medium work over TikTok, okay? I do not do that over TikTok. I do not advertise my business on this platform at all. I'm doing this for free for you. All right. So right here.
Medium. What's medium? You explain this to me for people like. Sorry.
I don't do this on TikTok. My platform is not for mediumship, so this is not for clout. I'm just letting you know.
What's medium though?
For you. Okay. I don't normally do these type of things. So this.
She wears a medium, bro. God.
Questions to my cards. All right.
Yeah, sure.
And they're going to be general questions that are already well known about this case. All right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So starting off, we know Caylee's name.
Mm-hmm.
Is Caylee's name Caylee Anthony? Correct. All right. So the next question I'm going to ask is for your benefit. Was Caylee born August 9th, 2005? Correct. Now, the next question I'm going to ask, was Caylee's birth timeline fabricated? No. As you can see, it's upside down. No. So now what I'm going to ask.
Oh my, I can't.
It doesn't
appreciate
matter,
what
yes
you're
or no,
doing.
because we already know that Caylee's case has been fabricated in many ways. I'm not saying that you are right or you are wrong. These are general questions. These are general.
He said
I
nope.
can't.
Did he just straight kick her out?
Yep, he just kicks her right out of there.
Oh my god, what a dick. I feel like I just got rickrolled. I was super interested in that. Did you die?
No, sorry, I was yelling at my kid.
Oh, I was like, oh no.
No, yeah, no. He literally just kicks her right out of there. And I mean, I don't want to like knock people who pull cards, but don't you feel like you have to pull more? Like I feel like you just pull it just right right on the first deck. You're just asking these questions. Like, don't you think you gotta like get a little bit more information from that deck?
Right, and I kind of feel like she came in asking these questions like in a certain order, so it kind of seems like,
Right. I mean, good for her. If she makes money off of that, like I hope it helps people, but like if she came in there slapping that card at me, I'd be like, pull another one, see if it's the same.
yeah, let's pull 3 more, okay?
Yeah,
Let's best out of 3.
Draw 3, drop 1, and reverse, okay? Otherwise, I don't believe the cards.
And it's funny because I see so many of these like TikToks of like people like pulling cards for like fortunes, blah blah blah. They never just pull a card. They like shuffle it until one falls out.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I don't
So
know.
like sketchy there, Miss Ganja Queen, which
Yeah.
devil's lettuce.
Yeah, devil's lettuce. We know what your name means. But
We know who you are.
I just feel like she should have gone a little bit further. She probably didn't have enough time. Maybe she even prepped the deck. Maybe she had to prep it because she's like, this dude is not going to let me pull many cards. Let me just ask 3 general questions because that's all I'm going to get before he drops me.
Yeah, well, and maybe if she wasn't so like vicious about it, like yes,
yes,
no.
And the sound of that card was like terrifying.
She was like straight up just like yoinking them out, like bitch.
Correct.
Correct.
Like, gee, that noise scared the crap out of me.
She's very aggressive, but he lost his little boo thing. Aww.
Yeah.
And she turned on her camera for him and everything.
I know. Like she's like, I want to see this.
Don't take me off.
Yeah, I want y'all to see me too.
Oh.
So I only have 1 clip left in here, so we're gonna give it a second to get itself to use start. I swear to God. You have to go to almost there.
The picture looks familiar.
I bet it does.
Weird.
Well. I don't remember what the second question I asked was. This was before I got promoted and then demoted and then promoted.
You better keep that hush hush.
Yeah, promotion, demotion.
He's gonna kick you again.
I know. Okay, so this one right here is Aunt Karen.
It's been good except for the exception of people being someone's neighbor and stuff like that, and cards being tossed around. But let's be realistic, okay? I get you. I'm not dodging nobody. I'm not gonna answer any school or anything like that. I don't want you guys driving by and taking pictures. Like, I don't want you guys to create a new documentary. So I'm limited to what I'll say. Just because, What part of India are you from? I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm trying to be as kind as possible. Aunt Karen, we're going to you.
Hello.
Yeah, hi there.
Hey, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I just wanted to say you ain't shit. I'm willing to get banned off of this because you on here acting like you famous. I don't know why you decided to get up here. We weren't looking.
Yeah, come on.
She straight up came in there just, you ain't shit.
She knew she was. She's like, I'm willing to get banned off of this. I don't even care. Like, I already know. I've got 5 backups. It's already recording this. Like, oh my gosh, I was crying. I was laughing so hard when it said that when he said he was gonna put her on. I was like, yes, Aunt Karen, let's go.
Ooh, bad idea.
You ain't shit.
I love
You
how
didn't
that's the
ask
first
for
thing she says. She just instantly is, you ain't shit.
Yeah, you ain't shit. We didn't ask for you. Okay,
No
so
one likes you.
this second video that I have, there's only one little part of it that I want to play. It is 3 hours, that clip, but only the first part of it is really and it's really just the first, like, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And it's because this was probably the funniest, I would say it was the funniest guest that he had, for sure. Who, like,
oh Lord,
who, like, they definitely wanted to actually, like, ask questions at first, but then they were like, I don't think so. I don't want it to go too far.
I don't want to break it again.
I know. Oh my god, stop. I'm gonna have to cut them next time. I thought this was gonna be easier, but clearly it's not.
Clearly your computer was like, actually.
Yeah, not today. Not today.
Loki, stop. Sorry, I'm like yelling at my cat.
No, it's fine. As long as you don't beat them.
Not usually. Okay, I take that back. I don't.
Yeah, I was like, not you. So unusually you do.
I don't need PETA getting on me about beating my cats.
PETA. 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 Oh, PETA. What's that from?
Family Guy.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's what his name is.
PETA Griffin.
PETA. PETA, I need you to take the trash out. PETA, the garbage is here. This is as close as I can get. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is right when this guest enters. It might be a couple seconds, but this one's pretty funny.
Oh, that was my elevator music. Was it good?
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
American Idol, here it comes.
American Idol. Okay, here comes my screen.
Boom.
All right, tell me if you can hear it.
No.
You can't hear it? Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying. I really can't hear it.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Please hold.
Please hold. We are having technical difficulties.
Yeah, if you could if you could do the elevator music again, that would be great.
Just so this is your bathroom break. Everybody go hit the potty.
Yeah, everybody just take a break. Take a break. Okay, tell me if you can hear it now. I think I got it. If he talks, Jesus, come on, bro.
Is he gonna speak?
Hello.
Okay.
Oh yeah, now I hear him.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's up, Pope?
Not much. I just have some questions because, look, I'm going to be completely honest. I followed this case from the very beginning, and I'm not here to attack you by no stretch of the means, so I don't want to be labeled hostile either. But I think that you have to be able to sit down and have the conversation and have a debate or a conversation without overstepping, because I'm not going to overtalk you, and I don't really want to be overtalked either. And that's just how, that's just where I'm at.
Look,
My question
I want to be clear,
you're
though.
exactly right.
Most questions are based off of things I've already answered. So just to be clear, if you haven't paid attention or just now joining, I want to be as simple as possible too. Go ahead though. I'm paying attention. Sorry to cut you off.
And I wasn't trying to speak over you. It's like a delay for some reason. Okay, so my question is this. So I agree, there can be an age difference between a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, but teeth don't lie. The teeth are not going to be the same at 2 years old as they are at 3. It's impossible. That's the one thing that you're leaving out of the story that makes this impossible.
Right, but
because
I get where you're coming from.
Teeth age differently than. No, don't overspeak, because I promise I'm going to let you explain why you disagree with me, and I'm interested in that. But again, you're right. A 2-year-old can be taller than a 3-year-old, but a 2-year-old's teeth will not age the same as a 3-year-old's. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. It's not scientifically possible. Caylee was, you can disagree that Caylee was born in 2005 or 2006, but the truth remains, for that to be a fact, there has to be too many people. There has to be too many people involved in too many high places. Casey Anthony got caught lying in every lie that she ever told. The only lie she didn't get caught in was what happened to that child. The fact will always remain. You can't change history. And I get it. There's a lot of interest in this case. There's a lot of, my point is, you asked a lot of the people that were on this live. I've been on this live for like an hour and a half, to be completely honest with you. And the fact is, you asked a lot of people how, I'm sorry, I lost where I was going with it. You asked a lot of people, damn, that was a good one too. But like I said, I'm not going to argue with you, but I think you need to take a step back and you need to I know where I was going with it. You said, what has other people done for this child in the past 10 years? I'll tell you what I saw, and I have a real close connection, more than you realize, and I'm going to leave it at that. I saw people that didn't claim to be her mother or father, and I saw them fighting for justice. I heard you mention a civil suit, and that is disturbing to me, because the truth of the matter is, what did we do? We simply done nothing but ask for justice for a child. You
and I get you.
are looking
I get you.
to
I'm
get a name
gonna
and a title.
cut you off there.
You're looking for a title.
No. All right. Let's stop with assumptions, Pope. I appreciate your questions. I really do. Heartfelt. And I want to be clear. When I was 2 years old, I'm telling you, my teeth outgrown my sister's, and I look bigger than my sister, and we're a year apart, to be exact. A year, month, and 2 days.
We're not talking about the size of teeth. No, but you're right.
You brought it up, so I want to make sure you.
But you're talking about the size
are you
of
certified?
teeth.
Are you certified?
But you're talking about the size of teeth. But
are you certified in that science, though? Do you have credentials in that science?
Science does not include the size of the teeth.
We're talking about the age of the teeth. It does.
There is a difference.
Anyone in that profession would argue differently. Anyone, if you don't have the credentials, you can't say, hey, teeth. But they went off a teeth rack to match the body.
Claiming to be a little girl's father. What credential do you have?
And so let me ask you this.
I have higher credentials than
let me ask you this. What have you done in the past 10 years for the case then?
Like I said, I didn't go chasing for money. I chased for justice for a little girl that was left.
What did you do to chase for justice, though, Pope?
What have you done?
You
didn't even show up for the court case for your daughter, bro.
I'm here chasing every day, bud. I'm here showing up every day.
10 years later on TikTok,
I get you. I get your frustration. Hey, let's stop walking over me. Hey, you got 3 seconds.
Actually, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
What have you done, though? What have you done to chase for justice?
I answered your question. What have you done?
I told you. Calmly, please.
Okay, what did we do as the general public? We showed up for justice, and we.
I'm not asking about the general public.
So for me,
what did Mr. Pope do? You as a person.
Caylee's name alive on social media. I kept it alive, where someday maybe we would get the justice that little girl deserved.
And why would anybody?
She deserved a little bit. You asked me a question. Let me answer it, because I stopped talking over you. I also think that this child deserved a father that wouldn't be on TikTok. They would be sitting in a courtroom or a hospital getting a DNA test. Because any father that really believed this shit,
this guy,
You would
This guy,
have the money to go pay for it.
Okay. First off,
Pay for the DNA
3.
test.
I got 2 seconds. All right, let me talk, please. We can't just come in here and belittling me. I've made this clear in the past.
I'm not belittling you, sir. I promise.
You got if you haven't paid any attention to my videos, you can't just come in here and say, hey, this guy's full of shit because I know something about teeth records. I assure you, I've spent 12 years endlessly researching.
I never called you full of shit. I can never say that you're full of shit.
You just did. I just heard you.
I can't stand on that.
Yeah, some guy on TikTok. Not just some guy.
No, I'm talking about the teeth.
This is one of the largest platforms to spread a message. Right. The teeth area.
Right, and you're talking to somebody.
You're wrong. You are wrong about the teeth as well. In my opinion, you are wrong.
I am.
Yeah. In my research, the teeth is absolutely berserk because how the body was actually found.
Nothing to do with age, sir. That's a fact.
Right.
Teeth size has nothing to do with the age of a tooth. It has nothing to do with it. It absolutely does not.
Does have to do with age. Correct. Explain how a teeth grows.
Nothing to do with it.
And let me hear a story. How does the teeth grow? How does the teeth grow?
It's called calcium, sir.
Okay, so you're saying from 2 to 3 year olds they don't have some they all have the same exact teeth, Mr. Pope.
Dude, we have all.
Are you telling me 2 and 3 year olds? You're telling me 2 and 3 year olds can't have possibly same characteristics in teeth? Everyone has the same exact size teeth.
Not in the
sir. Let me ask you the question again.
No, it's impossible.
You're telling me no. So you're telling me every 2-year-old and every 3-year-old has the same teeth, the same size on a ruler.
That's what you're part. We're not talking about size.
No, that's what you're telling me.
You're changing my words. You're changing my words.
No, I'm not.
I'm
teaching you science, bud. I'm teaching you science.
Teaching me science. That's
you're taking it to the heart because you made up another story.
You've been on TikTok for 2 weeks, and that's Rich talking. You've been on TikTok for 2 weeks, and all of a sudden you're dad.
I'm telling you facts.
You're Caylee's dad,
and you can't accept it that you're wrong.
When was the last?
You just want to come in here and get your TikTok fame, bro. How many friends do you have?
Are you kidding me? Go look at my list.
I'm not famous. You found me.
And I'm not either.
50,000 followers. Is that what you wanted to come in here for? To show your friends how you belittle little people? That's fine.
I sit
here. You can do that elsewhere.
I sit here and try to have a conversation with you. What are you talking about?
So, like I asked you, are you telling me 2-year-olds have the same size tooth? The whole year that they're 2 years old.
No, we're not talking about size. You're talking about size. We're talking about when you scrape that tooth, they will be able to tell you how old those teeth are. It has nothing to do with the size. Why do you think some people have
crazy? You're
crazy, bro.
You can't tell a person how old they are.
You're clout chasing a little girl.
Not scientifically, no. The only way you can tell how old a child is by the parents. You're full of shit. You're full of shit with 50,000 followers.
You asked
Why don't you ask her?
She said no, huh?
Did you ask her out?
Anthony out, and she said no, huh?
And you're a father? You're a father? Get out of here. This guy. Yeah. Enjoy it.
That was a wild ride.
That was so funny. He's like, you asked Casey Anthony out, and she said no, huh? Oh my gosh. So the rest of the video, there really isn't that much great stuff. There's a lady who comes in and she said she was a part of the Texas EquiSearch. That she knows for a fact that Michael Duggan was Caylee's father. Now, there's never been anything that was said about it, but she claims that was her actual father. Now, the little bit of insider information that I have, and I told the person I would not disclose who they were or where it came from, but someone came to me from TikTok and said that they actually know for a fact that Eric Baker was Caylee's father. And the reason that she knows that is because the Baker family is I guess like friends or somehow a part of her family. And during when they were trying to get ready to take Casey to court, they went there and they got a DNA test from Eric Baker's mother. And Eric Baker's mother said that the test came back positive and that actually is Eric Baker's daughter, not Michael Duggan's, not whoever this dude is. It's actually Eric Baker's because they did test his DNA. The only reason that it's not out in the public is because his mother specifically said, I don't want any part of it, and just got the information for her own information.
Interesting.
Right. So Michael Duggan's mother claims that she is the grandmother but never got the DNA test. Now Eric Baker's mother actually did the DNA test. So it's pretty wild.
This whole situation's pretty wild.
It even gets better though, because there's a guy on TikTok who is actually, I guess he's friends, or he was friends with possibly Caylee, Anthony's dad, which we do know his real name is, I'm not going to get in trouble for saying his name. His name is everywhere else. So his name is Lauren. They figured it out. They find that his first name is Lauren and his last name is either Allen or Adams. And sometimes he goes by AJ.
Interesting.
Yeah, they've pretty much found everything about this dude. So this is apparently Lauren's friend who has some stuff.
I knew this guy for a good part of 2013. That's when I first met Lauren. And like we used to
not the microphone that says live.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about a lot. And we used to talk about a lot of shit. And not once did he mention that he had a kid, nor did he know Casey Anthony. Shit. The guy that he went to the service, Navy dude, his name is John. I know him too. And still nothing about her. And mind you, this was way after the case. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't have waited, especially knowing that there's a possibility that the mother of my child just murdered my child. Like, there is no partying. There is none of that stuff, because the way you sound right now is you're just as bad as she is. And I'm not going to let you know, broski, that defamation is a thing. So just be careful, bro. Like, I want to believe you. Just make it believable. And I just want anybody and everybody who actually knows him, like Jordan, Laura, Michael, whoever else is on this shit.
He's got a few other videos too. Not very many though. He's only got them about this.
So I wasn't going to come back.
Wow.
But after watching his new shit, bro, like the amount of shit he threw, I'm going to have to at least say something about this now. Okay. So you was out in Florida, right? This is what don't make sense to me. You was out in Florida after the whole trial was. You was getting money from Bill. You know what I'm saying? When Bill died, you inherited that shit and basically squandered all the other money on a whole bunch of other shit, not trying to get a DNA test or lawyers or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying you could have told us, fine. Don't want to tell us your personal life? That is okay. But you could have did this shit personally yourself. You had the money to do it yourself. And before you come up with some other excuses, oh, you don't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Bro, we used to chill on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still consider you my homeboy, even though you blocked me on a fucking website shit that I barely even use. If you look at it, the only videos I'm opening up is because of you. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I am even on this stuff right now is because of, I don't want you to get in trouble for slander, and I don't want you to get in trouble for defecation or defamation. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry about
not defecation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as long as he's not pooping, he won't get in trouble for defecation.
You're only evidence that you're trying to persuade right now is the court's lack of evidence. That's not evidence. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. So stop trying to belittle everybody that's trying to, like, you know, ask you decent questions and keeping it real, and stop trying to mute and block everybody that's trying to actually find out the truth for you, you know, and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, bro. God, Lauren, bro. Oh, and by the way, happy birthday. If that makes anything better, I'm sorry. I didn't say happy birthday in the last 4 years. I'm sorry. Happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday. We love you. Fuck you.
Well, he made that comment because someone came in there and they were like, "Are you aware that your friend is out here on TikTok saying that, like, you're a liar and stuff?" And his response was, "Well, where has he been the last years? I don't see him saying happy birthday, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, or anything like that." So I think that was his little shots fired, like, "Oh, happy birthday."
Happy birthday, you fucktard.
Yeah, you fucking douchebag.
I am back at this again. So let's just clear up two things real fast. One, I am stalking his page. I am watching his new vlog that's going on as we speak. Yes. That being said, don't you think it's funny that first he's like, "Oh, that's Danny. Go follow the king, this, that, and the other. We're good friends, da 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 da." But now seeing that how I'm speaking up, oh, he don't really know me like that. My life was a closed book. But yeah, we went out every night drinking, talked about mad stuff. You see my son get born. Like, come on now. Come on now. Don't lie about yourself. And then you don't want to talk to Cliff? Like, dude knows Casey Anthony. Dude was there. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to speak to him because it don't coincide with your story. And then you want to use words like, you know, my theory and changing the timeline and all this. Bro, this ain't a movie, broski. There's no fucking Justice League of America or fucking Avengers coming in and changing the timeline. No, that's not happening. You cannot change court documents. You cannot change the birth date on birth certificates. Like, yeah, you probably got like a day or two. You can probably do that. But a whole 18 months, I don't care how crazy that other chick was. You can't do that. I don't care what religion you probably are. You can't do that. You're not going to take a 3-year-old child and make them 2. You know what I'm saying? You're not. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then again, bro, like anybody who brings up John Gray, your only alibi, you mute them. I seen this. You know what I'm saying? Speak the truth. Because if you want to know the truth, a little birdie told me that Casey Anthony did meet you in Daytona, but you was playing Call of Duty all the time, so it was impossible for you to even hit it in the first place. But I'm not saying that. I don't want to throw shade. I never
couldn't hit it because of the Call of Duty.
He looks like the type too.
Yeah.
That you're the father, and then come back on here and do all this stuff instead of just doing all this stuff with no evidence at all, except for the fact that they don't got evidence on who the dad is. Bro, Cliff, you don't even need to talk to this man at this point, bro. We should all know that this is just a bullshit lie. I wanted to believe you for the longest time, but now I am 100% sure that this is a Murray Purvis show, and you're going to be running off the credits crying, "Yeah, it's not me." Bro, for real. You're blocking people that's asking you simple questions. You're muting people that fucking really knows what's going on and really trying to talk to you and talk some common sense into you. Your mediators are jumping on everybody like your little lap dogs. Come on, guys. And y'all feeding into this and y'all believing this? For real? Bro, oh my God, son. What are y'all going to do when you find out he's not the father? How are y'all going to feel? Y'all all disrespected a fucking child just to promote this man's clout. And then in a few months, he's just going to change his name from Caylee's father to DJ Green Ranger. And then congratulations, all y'all
DJ Green Ranger
are his followers.
That's his actual name.
Music with
oh no,
yeah,
followers for no reason at all. He's not in it for the money. Yo, how much of you guys really donated to him though? Yeah, thought so. And can we please stop bringing up the OJ case? Like, for real, son. Like, yo, look at the OJ case. Look at the OJ case. What did the OJ case do? Bro, you know what the OJ case did? It died a long ass time ago. You know what didn't die a long ass time ago? You going around with this bullshit. You stop. Just stop. They're gonna sue you. You don't know, son. You're getting yourself in trouble, bro. And there's people on this app right now really digging into this. And yo, you ever seen that fucking thing? Don't fuck with cats, bro. If they stop a dude from killing a cat, what makes you think they're not gonna stop you, broski? Please, while everything is still just a little shaky in the water, just stop it. Go get the DNA test first. Show everybody the DNA test first. Apologize when you're not the fucking parent. Change the name of this. Tell the people to stop following you. And if they like your music, then follow you, obviously. And just stop. Just stop. You don't need clout over a little girl, bro. You don't. You don't. You don't. Nobody is saying, yeah, this actually happened, but you. We know she was born in 2005. The world knows she was born in 2005. You don't. You've seen the thing on TV, and now you decided to cash on the money. We understand you. And if anybody says different, guaranteed, y'all guys donated something. Mrs. Moderator. Hey, I am back at...
Oh.
Shots fired. Shots fucking fired.
That was a personal attack.
I know. I felt it in my heart. It hurt. I don't think there's much on this TikTok right here, but it's only 44 seconds, so we'll watch it.
We'll watch it.
From you live, broski. Let me get this straight. Are you really gonna start charging $1 for your videos? Mister, I'm not in it for the money. Basically, now in it for the money. Bro, you're digging yourself a grave. You do not know the amount of shit you just got yourself into. Why would you want to charge for something that's not even true, bro? Yeah, and these people are really feeding into it, bro. You don't even need to GoFundMe anymore, bro. You really don't, because these chicks are gonna pay the dollar daily, bro. You just made $1 million. That's what we call.
I really don't think it was $1 million, sir, but okay.
Maybe. Mrs. Moderator?
Mrs. Moderator? 70 fucking cents, for God's sakes. I found it in the couch.
Well, that 70 cents adds up, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So I did, so who he's talking about in there when he's talking about you wouldn't even go on Cliff's platform, or Clint. So Clint House was the best friend of the boyfriend at the time when Caylee went missing. So he had seen her at the house. He was the dude, I feel bad saying this, but he was the dude who bawled his eyes out on national TV about Caylee being missing, and everybody at that moment was like, oh shit, maybe that's the dad, because he was so upset by it. And he was just like, no, I'm upset because I just saw this little girl, and then now she's missing. I didn't even know she was missing. He was really affected by it. But he's got a TikTok also. And so in the beginning, Lauren was saying, anybody who's involved in the case, hit me up, let me know, we can chat. And so Clint was like, yeah, let's meet up, let's talk to each other. And I guess what happened was Lauren thought that he was going to go on Clint's TikTok and do it because Clint's got a ton of followers. But when Clint was like, no, I'll just, hop in the box on one of your lives or something, he was just like, oh, no, never mind then. I don't want to, all this stuff. So he basically dodged Vanessa, who lived across the street and had some concrete information. Now he's dodging Clint, he's dodging everybody because he still wants to play that narrative. And I really think, this is what I honestly think. I think, according to this guy right here, he did see Casey back in 2005. They say that was he says it was July. How do we know it wasn't August? Right after she had a baby. You know what I mean? Like, right, and if you weren't really paying attention and it really wasn't the encounter that you said it was, like, I don't know. I think she had a baby, didn't tell him because she hid Caylee from everything. Like, everybody hid Caylee. You know what I mean? Like, it was never they like the grandparents wanted her, but like anything that had to do with her, like she just never told people about Caylee. Like half the people that she worked with didn't even know that Caylee existed until Caylee went missing.
Yeah.
So I really think that he probably saw her after that and she probably bounced back really fucking quick. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
she's a tiny girl. She probably bounced right back, like probably wore something that was a little baggy, but she wasn't huge at the time, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he's running with it. 11 years is a really long time to be stewing on something like this.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, he probably asked her out and she said no.
No. Yeah.
So now
That's
he's just mad.
That's so funny to me. And like he constantly paces. Like he paces and it makes me nauseous. Like he does not sit still for nothing. And
That's
it's
what
like,
crack
why?
does to you.
Yeah, I'm like, so maybe that's what it is though. Like maybe he's hitting, you know, what do they call it? I'm riding the I'm riding the white unicorn. Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know.
No, it's riding the white pony. I'm riding the white pony.
He
I
could
think.
be. I mean, the way he rambles sometimes,
Yeah. That's not even like the half of it. Like I really went through all of that to save you the headache. So I went through the pain of watching it so you didn't have to. But let me tell you, he fucking rambles. And he messes himself up all the time. Like he will sit there and say, no, she was born in 2006, she was born in 2006. And then he'll be like, I saw her in 04, I saw her in 05, and she had to have been born in 06. And then we're like, well, wait, but now it's like you saw her now there's an additional year added in there. Like he catches himself, and it's because he can't stay to the same story. And anytime someone comes in there, he's just like, oh no, you're not gonna catch me today.
Well, I mean, I was thinking this when we were watching some of the videos. That first like cinematic thing that you played, he said that when they first met, yeah, they sat outside for 45 minutes, but he said, oh, I don't want to kiss and tell, but like, yeah, we did things. And then later on, he's like, oh no, we didn't the first time, but the second time we did.
Oh my god, there's two of them, and he's on live right now. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's live right now. I was looking at it on my TikTok.
2:13 in the morning, bro.
The crack. You can't sleep on crack.
Yeah, you can't sleep on crack. That's true. Look, he even looks cracked out.
Yes, I know. That's what I saw him on live.
Once a day.
And I mean, it's not that he's like, I definitely think he has something wrong with him, but he's like super cross-eyed right here.
Yeah.
And is
Why does
that
he look like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know those videos where people like put their camera like above their head?
Oh my god. Soph is taking a picture of me like that.
All I can think of is that song that like, bitch, you know I'm sexy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know why his eyes look like that. I don't think it's medical. I think it's crack.
You know what I'm thinking right now looking at him because he's frozen? Is just fucking Sid the Sloth, just a dandelion.
I'm gonna fall out of my chair. What did he say? The last snowflake.
The last dandelion.
Yeah, the last dandelion of the season.
Must be the last one of the season. Why are you frozen like that?
Because I have him paused.
Oh.
Yeah, I paused him. We should have like that's not any better. I wish we had a way to like draw on the phone.
I know. Draw
Oh,
Sid's face or a dandelion.
Just Photoshop Sid's face right there. Oh god, we are going to hell. It's not
No.
even, oh. And look, there's a moderator right there. Oh, look, there's another moderator right there. Well, he's got two in here now.
Oh my goodness. You were demoted though.
I know. Say sayonara to my promotion.
You were demoted.
I know. I'm so sad.
That last comment I read before you turned it off was, "Oh, I love what you're doing for Caylee." What is he doing? Looking like Sid the Sloth?
He's promoting Disney movies.
He's blowing dandelions. Good job, Sid.
He's good for the earth. No, the comments send me flying.
I literally want to go in there and just say, "How you doing, Sid?" But like, I don't want to get blocked.
Sir Sloth.
I should comment on there. Have you found a dandelion?
It's the last dandelion of the season. No, the comments literally, there's that Carl Russell. Like, when I tell you, I was dying. I was like snorting. I was laughing so hard because he's like, "Okay, Carl Russell." I'm like, bro, you did not just say that.
Some people, I tell ya. I really want to ask him if he found a dandelion, but he'll block me.
Yeah, no, you'll instantly get the boot.
One of these moderators will kick me out.
Miss Moderators.
Miss Moderator.
So the last video that I'm going to show you is somebody found his like criminal record and posted it.
Is it for crack?
No. So I didn't even really look at it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, hell yes. So looks like he had a small claim. Oh, of course he's talking about small claims. So that's what he means by the OJ thing. He keeps comparing the OJ case and then like Casey Anthony's case. And he's like, what's the one thing that didn't happen in Casey's case that happened in OJ's? And I'm assuming what he's talking about is a civil suit that followed after it. So that way they could try to charge for all the things that they couldn't in the criminal one. And I think that's where he's leading to. Like, I think he's just trying to put out into the world, like, hey, guys, like, I'm about to try this and get a civil suit done. But let's see. So what has he got over here?
My cats are back on their bullshit, so.
Oh, God.
If y'all hear them in the background, it's just background ambiance.
Yeah, it's not anybody, like, hiding in a box trying to get out or anything.
No, I definitely don't have anyone locked in a box. Why would you even say that?
So it looks like he had a small claims judgment from. So I think what these are is that he takes out like loans, and then the loan company is coming back and filing a small claims on him. Midland Funding LLC, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, AAMES Funding Corporation, $25,000, bro. No wonder you're fucking. He had a GoFundMe, and at first it was like $750,000, but I think he dropped it to $75,000, which still, you don't even need that much money to get a DNA test. Like, he's definitely right. You cannot just walk into the police station and be like, hey, hi, my name's Lauren. I'm here to do a DNA test because I'm pretty sure that I'm Caylee Anthony's father. Like, they're going to look at him and be like, bro, kick rocks, go do something, like go smoke some more crack because this is
right. You're obviously a crackhead and you look like Sid the Sloth. Get out of here.
Right. But if I feel like if he legitimately had gone to a lawyer that was inside of Florida where we all know that she's still probably at, like, you could probably go and like message them with all of your facts and just be like, look, you may not think this is true, like, but I'm going to give you all my facts and you tell me what I can do here. Like, that would have been a smart way to do this, but no, he's got a. And they definitely, like, they probably wouldn't even charge him. You know what I mean? Because if he is the father, if he has enough facts behind where they're like, hell yeah, we'll take this case, more than likely there's going to be a civil suit with some type of money, and they're going to get paid big bucks for that.
Exactly, especially with how high profile everything is, too.
Right, and because it's Casey Anthony, it's like, so his goal of whatever he's got on there asking is just wild. But maybe he needs the $75,000. That way he can pay off these judgments here, because looks like he's got a lot of them. I don't even think I have judgments. And
I can't even see them. You're not even sharing them to me.
Oh my god, I thought I was.
I just see black.
Oh my god, why didn't you say that, loser?
I just did.
Oh, well, you just said it earlier. There we go. They're bigger. Yeah, so this one down here, $25,951. Back in
Foreclosure. In 1998, how old would he have been?
Bruh, I don't. He says he's 37 right now, and I'm 35. So, I would say 15, 16. I don't know.
What did you have for that amount of money when you were 16 years old, sir?
I don't know. We'll see. Then remember, he said something about like that. His friend said something about him borrowing money, and he had money. So, like, I wonder if he had money and then he blew it all, and then he was like, "Oh, let me go do all this shit," because. I don't know, but 33K is what he needs, and he's got the GoFundMe for 75K. That is if the GoFundMe is still up, but he's gonna start charging $1. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if he puts out content and I have to pay $1, more than likely I'm gonna pay $1 because I want to see what the fuck it is.
I mean, to be fair, same.
Like I'm gonna go ahead and take the loss of the $1. I'll find the change somewhere. Like, I'm not worried about that, but I want to know what it is. And he says in that one he's gonna post some more facts, and even if he does, that just means that we all have more facts to use against him as being a liar.
We can talk more shit. So I will pay that $1.
Right, that's what I said. Like, I'm just like, $1, it's not even a big deal.
No.
Like, that's nothing. And like these TikTok gifts, literally, they give him like a penny or something. So it's really not like it's not that wild. He really doesn't get that many of them that I've seen. So he's not really making any money out of this yet. But this
Not
is
really.
this really only is like day 4 or 5. So yet he's not making any money, but
I definitely feel like people are starting to not believe him as much because I mean his live right now isn't really
oh yeah, they don't
popping.
Yeah, how many people are in there?
There's only 270 and the comments really aren't going very fast.
Oh yeah. Well, it's also because it's like 2:30 in the morning.
This is true. That's what happens when you smoke the crack.
Yeah. And it's so funny because what he does is he like randomly shows up. Like,
doesn't he look high though?
Yeah, and it's in intervals though, right? So it'll be like out of nowhere, he'll be on for like 4 or 5 hours, and then he gets super duper tidy. Watch your back, Slim Shady. Oh my god. That was so funny. But no, like he'll just out of nowhere, like, so earlier today it was at like 12 and he wanted to like from 12 to like 4:35 he was on, and then he hasn't been on for a while, and then 2 hours ago he started again. He'll probably be on until like 4 o'clock.
He's crazy.
It's like intervals. It's like weird. I don't know how he can sit there for that long, but he's probably high.
He really, I'm not even joking, he looks so high right now.
I really think he's got to be like, it's either that or he's so like, wait, I gotta say the word slow. I don't mean it this way, but he's so slow from like maybe drugs in the past.
Yeah.
And maybe he just legitimately is not there anymore.
It dang sure ain't. That's not even a sentence.
It dang sure ain't.
It dang sure ain't.
It dang sure. We got you. Dang sure ain't. Yeah, no, he really does look like he's blocked out. Like his
Mama Bear was in Alicia's live trashing you, so I muted her. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I have screenshots if you need to see.
She's got receipts.
Oh, I love it when they come in with receipts.
Oh, Heather.
Oh, Heather. Oh, Heather. You are so... Oh, Heather. You're so beautiful. I wonder if I could get screenshots. She probably
Heather
went...
Heather be riding that dick.
Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Like, some of them, I really think, like, some of these ones that say, like, number 2 and shit like that, I really think that, like, they are really, like, believing him. Oh, look.
Oh, she came back on another one.
She came back on it. Another one.
Another one.
Another one. Oh, look, they just blocked her. She's gone
Oh,
now.
again. Another one's gone.
It'd be wild if another one came in.
Why did she say Team Pitbull?
Because he has a pit bull. But here's the thing. He has a pit bull, and he claims that he only puts the pit bull locked away when he's on live because the pit bull will tear up the house. But I want to say that dog is probably locked up a lot because I don't think he is functioning as a normal adult when he gets off of these lives. I think he's knocking the fuck out. So that dog's probably sitting in there for God knows how long. And there's nothing on his walls. As he's been walking through the house or whatever he's in, like, there's been nothing on the walls.
Somebody said bro's nodding off on the perks.
Oh my god.
Window blankets is my favorite. I can't.
Oh, because of behind. Oh, because of behind.
Because he's got blankets on his window.
He's like, I'm so fucking cold, I gotta blanket the windows up. But no,
Yeah,
like, he'll have a jacket on, he'll have a hoodie on, he'll have a beanie on, he'll have a big ass blanket over him. You're just like, bro, it's turn the heater on. There's no other way that he's that cold unless they don't have heat.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I know it's cold there, but not that cold, sir.
In Indiana, like, how cold would it be? 63 here in Arkansas, so I don't fucking know.
It's 48 here, so.
Oh my god. So, like, you have to wear, like, a jacket out there.
Yeah, it's a little, let's see. In Indianapolis, it's 54, so it's warmer than it is here.
Oh. He says it's because he's too thin. He said if
eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah, eat a cheeseburger. I'm too thin because all I do is I drink Diet Coke and I smoke crack. Like,
and look for dandelions.
Yeah, and I don't understand why I'm not gaining any weight. Well, sir, that's not a well-balanced meal.
Diet Coke and perks, yeah.
Yeah, Diet Coke, perks is vape, and whatever he's hitting on the side.
I don't want to know what he's hitting on the side. It ain't Casey Anthony, though.
No. He was too busy playing Call of Duty. That was so funny. He's like, they said that you did beat Casey Anthony, but you were too busy playing Call of Duty to even hit it. Mods are your Secret Service agents.
Well, I'm the FBI, so.
I'm a detective, bitch.
I trump you.
I'm a lead detective. Get it right. Yeah, look, another graduate, because they're muting people and sending them to Oh My God University.
Interesting.
He made a video for people in the Oh My God University, but, like, you can't even hear it because he talks so fucking low. And he's got a Bob Ross, like, wig on.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, he's got a Bob Ross wig on.
I was, like, scrolling through it, and I was, like, sitting back and thinking of, Fifi. And I was like, is this another one of those?
Listen, I was going to tell Shane about that. And then I was like, maybe I don't give him that information.
No.
In case he's ever in a really strange situation and needs to get one off, okay?
Don't give him the tutorial.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so wild that video is even out there.
Fifi. God damn it, Fifi.
We thought it was weird that they were making wine in the prison toilets, and lo and behold, they're stealing gloves from the nurses' station to do nasty things with it.
And the lotion. They're stealing the lotion, too. I mean...
You gotta put a little bit of water in there, just on the side, though.
Not in it, but the outer glove.
Yeah, the outer glove. That was a tutorial I never needed to see.
Oh God, same. And if there's any dudes that watch our thing, they were like, "Ooh,
No,
new idea."
like, wait a second, I didn't know that this was going to be educational.
Oh shit!
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. But yeah,
Hold on.
that's all I got about this dude. He, I definitely don't think he is even like nearly in the category of a possibility. I really think that if he did meet her in July, August of 2005, Caylee was probably already born. She probably just snapped back really well, and Cindy and George probably just had Caylee, and she went to a party and didn't mention she had a kid. Who goes to a party and is just like, "Hey, I just had a baby. Let's take some shots."
I mean, we've got two options here.
Yeah.
Either she just had the baby and she was skinny right away, or he was just too busy playing Call of Duty. He didn't realize she was pregnant.
Right. Yeah, right. So I really just I don't know. I'm waiting for the internet to drag him. Like, they got John Romano. He's not back on TikTok anymore. So
Oh yeah, that's right. He hasn't come back. Maybe this one won't come back after we publish this.
well, this one just keeps coming right back. It's just crazy that he's letting all these people come into his live like without as much as knowing like if what they've commented in the past. Like, they could have been dogging you this whole time and you're like, "Sure, come on up on the box, tell us what you got." Like, you're an idiot.
On the platform.
Yeah, we're opening the lines for you. What do you got to say? You ain't shit.
Yeah, right. You ain't shit. That's all we got to say to you. You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
That's the moral of this story. You ain't shit.
Casey Anthony dated a lot of dudes who were not shit.
Well, she ain't shit either, so.
That's true. Who would That's what I don't understand though. Like, even if it's not true, like, he should have known. The world's most hated woman, like, she can't go anywhere. Nobody's ever going to forgive her. People are going to spit on her grave as it's going down into the ground.
They might light it on fire, to be honest.
That's probably true. That's even if she makes it that far. They don't like ditch her body somewhere with duct tape over the mouth. Like, that's what I would do. Not saying that I would do this, but
FBI.
Yeah, but if I were, I am all for an eye for an eye. You get done what you did to others.
Like, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Not planning anything, just.
Yeah. No, I definitely wouldn't, take my car, put her in the trunk, keep her in there for a little bit with my nanny.
Oh my God, Zanny the nanny.
Zanny the nanny. Yeah, and look, like, think about that lady's life. That lady, Zenaida Gonzalez, whatever, who literally never met Casey, never lived in that area, lived in a different state or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ruined that lady's life. Ruined it. Because they literally thought she was a kidnapping fucking child smuggler.
Yeah. I mean, you know where Zanny the nanny came from, though, right?
Oh, because like Xanax, is that what it's?
Yeah, because they were saying that she said Zanny the nanny because she was drugging Caylee so she could go out and go party.
Right.
So the nanny was watching her, but really it was because she was drugged.
Yeah, she's probably drugged and asleep in the back of a car, or she drugged her and then left her at home. Oh yeah, no, she'll sleep through the night, guys. Don't even worry about it. It's because she was conked out.
Yep. Good times there, Casey Anthony. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. I hope people spit on her when she was at Disneyland.
Did she go to Disney?
Yeah, she recently went to Disney and people were like recording her. I'm like, what? Perfect opportunity, people. Like, I would beat her ass down in front of a mouse. I don't give a shit. Like, look, I was smacked down in the middle of the Pirates ride. Like, don't play with me.
I love Disney. Don't get me wrong. But I would get permanently banned just to put the beat down on that bitch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would have like handed my stuff to Soap and like, you know what? Have a good day. Make sure you keep your phone on because I gotta go.
Mommy's got something to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that opportunity to give her a beat down. Like, I don't care
No.
where I am. And more than likely, even if I was arrested for it and I went to jail and I went
They'd
to
let you go.
right, they'd be like, "You beat up who?" Casey Anthony. Oh, yep. And just like that, we're gonna.
They'd be like,
yep. And you
they'd
were never
pop
here.
your hand. They'd
Yeah.
pop your hand and be like, "Bad girl." Okay, go.
Yeah. Good job.
Good
You did
job.
Such a good job. Do
I'm so
want
proud of
some
you,
money?
sweetie.
Yeah. You want some money? Can we
It's
buy
like that.
you anything?
It's like the mom behind the camera when she's recording
Mhm.
her daughter. You did such a good job, sweetie.
Such a good job. Such a good job.
Lord.
But that's it on him. That's all we've got. Hopefully, it's wild that his name is Lauren. Like Loren. When people were saying that in the chat, I was like, you guys are stupid. That's a girl's name.
What an idiot.
I know, what an idiot. Like whose name is Lauren? That's a guy. And I'm like, oh
Who names their kid Lauren? Ew.
yeah. But I don't know where you get
Sorry to all the Laurens out there. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, only the guy Laurens. Oh,
Yeah, those ones are gross.
because there was a girl named Lauren, it was spelled the same way too. And I
Oh.
thought she had just changed her name to match his, like was trolling him. But nope. That's a real name, I guess.
I would troll him.
Alright, let's see if this outro works the way it should.
Ba-dum-ba.
You're all dark and twisty inside. Dark and twisty.
It's not fixed.